Okay, ladies and gentlemen, is everyone ready to play some D&D tonight?
Let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
Yeah, is my mic fixed?
Yeah, you sound
Yeah, you're
good.
good.
Everything can't just work the first try.
So, where we had last left off, everyone, the party had jumped from an extraplanar dimensions with the help of very powerful allies and a favor from our warlock's patron. Upon arriving back on the material plane, they headed for what seems to be the apex of all the clues the party has found so far. Currently, after a discussion with one lost prince known as Jahal, a lot of investigating around the facilities, we find ourselves at the final ride-in, where our adventurers had begun to unravel the secrets that lay in front of them all the way back in Session 1. Upon finding out the guard captain was working with the enemy and chess pieces began to move, a member of the party, known as Bando, found himself alone with this Captain Duval. Upon getting the signal from another man that was working with the now known Cult of the Fallen Feather, Captain Duval struck down our party's wizard. We begin tonight's session with the sound of explosions in the distance and the sounds of screams from the patrons near to the party.
Oh, jeez.
For a quick recap on positioning as well, we find Asher, Onsis, and Arthur, our three A's, towards the left side of the building from our current perspective, but you guys are currently elevated about 10 feet above the ground on a roof part of the map that we cannot see on this section, and Kevrick, our local paladin, was on the right side of this tavern's door from our current perspective. Now, the both of you, both parties, begin to see Duval actually approach the front door of this tavern, as it's a pretty wide open area, but this time he's not alone. As you guys scan the area about, you also realize that the other guards are in some sort of conflict as well. They may not be all against you, but for now, what lies in front of the party is such as this. Captain Duval is flanked by two members of a familiar cult, and one behind him as well. You guys have noticed that the sky has darkened to almost an unreasonable red. The sun does not lay in the sky right now. The clouds above you that look like thunderstorm clouds permeate this thick red light. And there's no water that rains. There's no wind that blows. But it seems as if the world you are on is not the same anymore. I will go ahead and start by asking what you guys would like to do as you guys see Duval about 50-ish or so feet away from the main door. And for the stream's sake, I would like to remind everyone that I made a mistake last stream real quick. Our buddy Asher is completely visible because he cast a spell while invisible. Can't do that. Just a little rules lawyering. But either way, we will pick up. Let's go ahead and start with the left side. The three A's. What are you guys doing?
Arthur's gonna vault back into the room and just run through the tavern to get back downstairs to get Volmir,
Okay.
and then start heading outside, I think.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable. Are you going to be approaching, like, through the main door?
Yes.
Okay. Asher and Onsis, let's kind of see what you guys are doing as well, and then I might move all three of you guys in a group, or...
Okay. Can you move us over closer on the map so
Absolutely.
we can see a little bit?
So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put Arthur inside here, and then also I'm going to get a token for Volmir. Right there. make it a little easier for you guys to tell who is who.
So Ansys is he's just gonna look to Asher and be like, I have a feeling he's going to get Volmir. Can I just move to the corner of the building?
Like the front corner?
Yeah, I want to see and look where the screams are coming from, where all the commotion's coming from. I just want to peek around the corner.
Sure. I will say that, remember, you are 10 feet elevated as well, but this is about where you are reasonably.
Do we still technically have pass? We still have pass without a trace. Correct?
You would. It hadn't been an hour yet. It's approaching an hour, but.
So me and Asher are still good.
Yeah.
Where is Kevrik?
Kevrik is on the opposite side of the building, like on the opposite corner. I would say if you're peeking around the corner, you can about see him. You're seeing him kind of like jog around the corner. Kind of, not trying to be sneaky Kevrik in full plate armor is pretty obvious.
Okay. And then the site where Bando was massacred was on the other side of the building completely, so like farther.
So, actually,
up.
it's further
way
this
down
way.
there.
Oh, okay, heard. My bad.
Cool. No one knows that Bando is massacred yet, but you know that he's not with Duval right now. Very
and
clearly.
we know that he went with him.
Yes, you
did see him leave.
You very well remember that he went with Duval, and he is not returning with him.
All right. Can I see if I can see him from there?
Yeah, I would say make a perception check.
Can I do the same with a spyglass?
Go ahead, yeah. I believe that just like negates any disadvantage for distance.
I can imagine Asher just going, oh, he's
23.
dead.
You said perception?
Yes.
Like, we don't happen to know any other totals. Like, there's no other totals around here, are there?
I got a 21.
The both of you come to the sudden realization that a member of your party has fallen.
Fuck.
Your total ally lays backwards on his shell. You can see very clearly blood pooling around him. You can see that Duval does not have any emotion on his face. It seems as though he's pleased with what he's done, but he's here to do a duty.
I'm gonna run. Can I kind of run through the follow the route that Arthur took, and message Arthur?
Yeah, by this time, I will say that this is kind of advanced.
I probably don't do that.
I'm gonna stay upstairs. I just want to peek like down that staircase and point to Arthur inside.
Okay, so where you're gonna be in this instance would be like all the way over here on this side, and you would have to come fully downstairs to see Arthur.
So I have to go all the way across.
You would have to go all the way across the L shape, yeah.
Okay, can I see Kevrik through that window? If I'm over there?
Kevrik wants to move forward a little bit, I'd say you could probably see him, but I have a feeling Kevrik is about to do just that, so... Let's go over to Kevrik real quick, and then that made it influence... This is kind of like a prep phase. I'm allowing it because it makes sense for not everything to be popping off all at once. Like, you guys are going to be hearing these noises and kind of getting to positions. You guys are seeing Duval approach, so I'm kind of allowing everyone to get into a spot that makes sense for their characters. Let's start with Kevrik real quick. Where do you think you would be doing?
Is there a back door to this mug?
There is probably about 100 feet away from you. Yeah.
Yeesh. So no back door, and I ain't making it through that slim window.
There is a door right here in front of you as well.
And Arthur's inside, and Ansys is lurking around. I'm gonna go post up in front of the main door.
As he crosses that window, I will message him. Bando is dead.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I will then if I can't, if I have enough time, I'll go back to Ansis on the roof through the window upstairs.
I would say you do not, unless you tell me. I would say that if you are awaiting Duval to do something to move back or anything like that, because about now, whenever everyone is reaching these positions, Duval is going to begin to speak.
Okay, I'll stay there then.
Okay. As Duval approaches the main entrance, Duval slams his broadsword into the dirt next to him. He puts his hands on his hips and he kind of cocks himself to one side. I know not what you guys call yourselves, but all of you, and mind you, as of right now, he's kind of speaking out into the crowd. To set the scene a little bit better, there is a mass of people evacuating the area as they started to hear explosions, of which you cannot see any smoke in the distance, by the way. Asher and Ansis, you guys both made like pretty high perception checks. You don't see any evidence of flames or explosions or anything of the sorts.
Okay.
I know not what you call yourselves, but I didn't mean to deceive you. He kind of giggles to himself. Who am I kidding? Of course I meant to deceive you. Look. One of you has already fallen. I suggest that you all come forward now. It's not a fight you can win. If you saw what I was shown, you would understand. Yet, you didn't see what I saw. No, no one saw what I was shown. And yet here we find ourselves. A new day is coming. A new overlord will watch this plane. And none of you can stop it. None of you are prepared. So how about we do this in a civil way? I'll grant you a quick death, here and now, and we can all move on with our lives. He waits for a response.
Is there like any empty bottles, like any kind of liquid left in any of the bottles in the bar?
I would say you could easily find some sort of a bottle around, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna take it, and if it's unopened, he's gonna start opening it, and he's gonna walk outside.
Okay.
Oh God. Ansis is patiently waiting. I'm on the roof, yes?
Yeah, you're about 10 feet elevated on this corner.
And can I see through that window?
You can see through this window, yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
I'll actually put you a little bit closer just in case you end up moving out, because it makes sense for you to be as close to the window as you want to be. So, you walk out of the door, Arthur. There is no instant reaction to you, by the way. He's kind of still just leaning on his broadsword.
How far is he?
This looks about... Let me turn the grid on real quick. This is about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40... It's 45 feet? Yeah, 45 feet to him.
Okay. I think he's just gonna go, oh, come on, Kevrick. And he's gonna get a bit closer. Just still drinking the bottle.
Okay. Kevrick, do you follow him?
Yeah, I'm a mosey on forward.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
How close would you guys like to get before I stop?
20 feet.
So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. So you guys get to about right here. He says, well, I know this isn't all of you, but I could start with this. And he picks his broadsword out of the dirt And he's
Arthur's
going
gonna put up a finger. He's just gonna start drinking. He's gonna finish the bottle. Just 1 second, and he's gonna just start drinking it.
make a deception check for me. Make a deception check for me.
All right. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, that's a 15, but I have a -1, so that's a 14.
Let me. He looks at you. Every man deserves to die the way they wish, and he doesn't move forward just yet.
And then he doesn't finish it. He's gonna throw the bottle at him.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll to attack. Everyone else, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Motherfucker.
That's your dexterity bonus, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so my roll to hit, since it's an improvised weapon, that's a 21 to hit.
A 21 to hit. That hits, yes.
All right. That's a 7 bludgeoning damage from just chucking the bottle at him.
Also, I will remind you guys know this, or Asher, rather, knows this man's hit points. He knows that he is at 40 hit points at the start, is what I had told. So.
All right.
Okay. 33. Let's go ahead and get everyone's initiative real quick. Let's go ahead and start with Asher.
14.
Okay.
Bruh. Okay, so actually, never mind.
Double.
20.
20. Okay. Okay. Onsis.
I got 17.
Okay. Kevrick.
4.
Oh.
Okay. Let me go ahead and track these cultists as well. Only one of them rolled. Okay. And then let's go ahead. Okay. Duval gets hit. And as he takes the brunt of this bottle, you see that it affects him. Absolutely. His emotion doesn't change. Is the weird thing. The look on his face is still very stoic. He's gonna use his bonus action to down a potion real quick. You see this like light blue sheen come over his body. And he is going to march directly towards Kev. Being the heaviest plated, most obvious one, he's going to walk up to you. He's just going to go ahead and take 2 attacks at you real quick, big guy. What's your AC?
19.
He hits you once. Dealing... You take 9 points of slashing damage. And he looks at all of you and says, No, 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 this is ill-advised, my friends. You guys were so professional whenever I first met you, I really expected more from you. And he just sits there in front of you guys, as of right now. Up next is going to be this first cultist. He is going to... He's going to use his action to use activate, and he's going to run right in between you two. So, you guys remember ye old fireball cultist, right?
Oh no.
This cultist doesn't glow with quite the same reddish-orange glow that that one did. However, there is definitely something about this man that is brighter and glowy, to say the least.
Fuck.
It's a purplish blue hue this time around. Arthur, you're up next.
Okay. First, I'm going to use a bonus action to use Brace Up to get some temp HP equal to my con modifier and my level plus a d6, which that makes it so I have 9 temp HP.
Okay.
And then, oh boy, do you guys think killing them would?
Bro, I don't know. So like that's what I've been kind of trying to figure out is like, are we full on like we're fighting these people right now? Like
We have no choice.
well, right, we're obviously into it now, but like
We're in that shit.
yeah, we're just keep attacking.
Yeah,
that's
like
what we're-
I'm just like I don't know if killing these guys would stop the activate thing.
that's what I'm trying to figure out too. So like if we kill these guys, does everything go boom? Like do they?
That's the problem, because if we kill the dude behind us and he still goes boom, we still die.
Because I'm
So-
assuming that all the cultists have the same abilities, right? So if one of them has the fireball thing, all of them have the fireball thing. They're all a bomb. They're all dangerous. And big plated homie Duval is just up here in front of you guys. So
Well, what did Volmir do to the other cultists?
He ritually casted like a disenchant thing.
Yeah.
He couldn't do
and
that.
Volmir's on his way up, yes.
Volmir is just inside the door, yeah. I will say, Arthur, as you grabbed Volmir, he looks a little worse than last time you saw him. He's not doing too hot. He's not doing awful, just not doing too hot.
Okay.
Because I think we could kill up. We could straight up kill Captain Duval right now, no problem.
I think we can kill Captain Duval. I'm honestly more worried about the other guys with magical, crazy capabilities.
How close is the guy that just ran up? Is he within 5 feet of
Yeah,
me,
he
Kevrick and
walked
me?
in. He walked right behind you guys to make sure he didn't take reactionary attacks by leaving your guys' zone. He's not making sure he misses Duval. He's just making sure that he hits the both of you. He's within 5 feet of the both of you right now.
What's the radius on this thing, you think?
You guys aren't sure what spell this is.
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
You guys remember that the fireball spell was the radius of a normal I say normal of a normal fireball spell. It was 20 feet.
That's not good. That's really not
Everyone.
good.
Everyone but me, pretty much, in Asher. Not that it was going to go off this turn or whatever, but...
Alright, I think... I want to hit things, but... Alright, I'm going to use my action to shove the guy that just ran behind us.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and make a contested athletics check.
That was a really bad roll.
Well, these guys
That's
aren't athletic, so...
It's a total of 10.
This man rolled a 2.
Okay.
Huge.
So I'm going to shove him... Yeah, I'm going to shove him back 5 feet. I won't knock him prone.
Okay.
I think I can only choose either or.
I believe so as well. That is 5 feet away from the two of you.
It's not good.
Here.
Then I'm going to run around to flank Captain Duvall
Okay.
with my movement.
I would say easily done to make sure that you don't get attacks of opportunity or anything. You can be right there behind him, still within melee range and everything like that.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up is Onsis. Onsis, you, I would say that your stealth check holds because you never got into direct line of sight. So I would say that
Yeah.
you're still hidden from him, using, I think it was like a 23 stealth check.
Yeah.
Look, either way, it doesn't matter because I rolled the perception check and he didn't roll high enough. So
So the roof I'm on extends over to above the main door, correct?
it is only about a 5-foot gap, but yes, it does extend until the front door. I will say that you will break stealth if you enter his line of sight up there, though, because there is no cover up there.
Sure. Yeah. No, I got that. I'm going to only get as close as I can without being seen.
Okay.
So if you can just put me there, I'm sure it's not much farther than I am. If honestly at all. I guess maybe if I can't move,
I
that's
would
okay.
say what would be reasonable is, since he is occupied with these two, is that you could get probably to about a little over this second window.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just up there. I mean, I think I still have pass without a trace on. So
5, 10, 15,
I am
25
simply
feet of movement, so.
fucking hell. So what kind of if I have 40 feet, I've already taken what?
You've taken
20.
20. I think you were on this corner. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you've moved 20 feet. You have another 20 feet of movement. And I will say that if you want to hop down from this 10-foot bankment, it's not an awfully hard check, and that won't take your action or anything. Or if you wish to stay up there, you're more than welcome to. Because also, you see these tents around. These tents are real objects. They are very, very real. And also, there's a lot of commotion, like, towards the peripheral of this area.
So Ansis is up on the roof. His heart is beating tremendously fast. And in his mind, a crack of lightning goes off again, and he sees the person that he recently saw in a dream mutter once again, "Your tardiness has not gone unnoticed." He hears that and leaps off of the roof behind that red tent.
Okay, go ahead and make a just a dexterity check for me, general dexterity check. Or if you want to do like acrobatics or something, if it's higher, you can do that too, because that makes sense as well.
I bet Onsis is so mad that he was like, "And bring your colleagues." I bet he's so mad. Like, of course I have to bring these people.
Yeah. Okay. That will be a 14.
Yeah, no, I think that's plenty for you to jump down. I will say that it makes more sense for you to have not gone the full 20 feet on the roof if you want to jump down. I would say
Yeah, I
it's
know.
fine for you to go 15 feet now and still have 25 feet.
Yeah.
And then we'll say 5, 10, 15. 15 feet gets you to right behind the tent. If you want to move towards the left side of it or the right side, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to stay with, like, I want to line of sight basically this encounter, so I'm gonna be just on like the left side of this tent.
Okay, so this would be about
because I kind of had this thought after I had already fucking moved across the roof. So
yeah, you're good. 25 feet would be about there, if that's okay with you.
yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
That's about where I want to be, and then I'm just going to
I will
crouch
ask
down
you
and
to
stay
make
hidden.
another stealth check for me, because you are making quite a massive motion to like jump down.
Sure. No, I got you.
You're also very good at stealth and have passed without a trace. So
Yeah, I'll be 18. Plus 10 is 28. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I add a D10, or does it add plus 10?
it's add
plus
plus
10.
10. Yeah, it's plus
Oh
10.
Jesus! Yeah, to be at 28.
It's crazy.
You feel pretty unseen.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Is that your turn though?
So I don't have I have an action and a bonus actions left, correct?
You do. Yeah, you absolutely do. You've just used all of your movement to get to the position you are in. So technically here's where I kind of have to be a rule stickler. Is technically hiding is an action. However, this is kind of like a maintain it. So I think I'm okay with it not taking your action this once, but if you break stealth again, it will take either your action or some sort of your
that's cool.
ability or whatever to regain stealth.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use dash and continue my movement to the bigger tent.
Okay. So you're gonna use your action to dash?
Yes.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 gets you here. Would you like to go further into the tent, or?
I would not. I'd like to just stay put. Oh, that'll end my turn.
Okay, absolutely. Next up is this cultist here. He is going to cast Hold Person on you, Kevrick.
Oh no.
Not good. Yes is not.
Oh
good.
wait, what is the range? Is 60 feet. He's within range. It is a. Let me see.
The wisdom save, I think.
It's a wisdom save. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
13.
I do not believe. Let me make sure. You feel this paralytic energy try and take hold of you, and in the back of your mind you hear, "You are the protector, so protect!" And all of a sudden this bright blue sheen bursts through you, and you do not become paralyzed.
Yo, okay.
Oh, bro, I was like, I think Kevrick's dead if that.
I thought so too.
I was like, if I get hold person, it's
So-
over.
Because you rolled exactly the DC, I will tell you guys the DC is 14 for these spellcasters.
Okay.
Okay. That's his action. He is going to take his movement. He only has 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15,
Oh, right into Ansys's
20.
arms.
25. He's going to just kind of like flank on this side over here. And that's going to be his turn. He doesn't have any like bonus actions or anything like that, so that's where he's going to rely. Asher, you are up. I will remind you, you are over in this doorway over here. Let me get you a better vantage point from you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to. I can exit that door, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I make it from the door to the tents without being seen?
So for you, it will require a stealth check, and that will be your action because you are not actively already hiding.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna run out,
Okay, so
and
5,
I'm still gonna
10.
I'm gonna run to the tents, but on the way, I'm gonna throw a tan bag of tricks.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead.
I roll an 8, which is a fucking tiger.
Okay. For the purposes of this kobold is going to be your tiger. Where are you putting him, big guy?
Yeah, so I can throw it 20 feet from where I am.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15,
so-
20. So this is about as far as it can get right there.
Okay. I just want it to be as close as possible to
Yeah.
him. Okay, how far away from that cultist is he?
About 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet, it looks like. Yeah. No, sorry. It was a little bit of a weird angle. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to him to be within melee range.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is he's going to pounce. So he's going to run 20 feet, hit him with a claw attack. The target, so that cultist, must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw, or he'll be prone.
Okay. He saves on the strength, though.
Okay. He still hits him with a claw attack.
Absolutely,
on the
go
pounce.
ahead.
So that is 9 to hit.
You miss this cultist.
Yeah, rough. I believe that's my turn, right?
I believe it is.
Oh, unlucky. Shitty tiger.
Okay. So next up is Volmir.
Volmir, you better fucking come in hot, boy.
It would go bust down.
You guys see him exit the door. And then what you guys don't see next is him appearing right here. Volmir does not know that his beloved apprentice is dead yet. However, you can see that there is a look of anger on his face. Even though he is looking weaker than you guys first remember, there's something about him that is determined. There's something about him that is angry, and there's something about him that just screams he won't let it happen again. So what just happened is what's called a time stop.
Yeah, I was like, wait, did he?
All of a sudden, you hear as a magic missile was also cast during this. I need to remember the dice for the damage real quick because they automatically hit. So it's one more. Okay, so it's 3. So it would be. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, so it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 darts. Plus 7 is okay. He absolutely murks this first cultist. This cultist goes unconscious right
Let's
here.
fucking go.
That cultist goes unconscious as he decided that was the primary threat for the moment. He activated all of these magic missiles onto him. However, it is important to note that the glowing does not stop. He is unconscious. He cannot move anymore. He will not have another turn. However, the glowing is still activated for the time being. Volmir is going to remain there in his spot, though. Kevrick, it's your turn.
Oh,
Let's
come on, give it.
go.
Let's jump him.
All right, I'm gonna move around to the right side of Duval to try to get. Actually, I want to go where Volmir's fucking is, but I'm gonna move to the right side of Duval to try to get some space from this cultist. How far is that from him?
So this
Heck,
is
a little bit more.
this is 5, 10, 15
15.
feet.
Move me to the left 5 more feet. Can I do that?
So you can do that right here.
Without. Okay, cool. So 20
So
feet.
yeah, so this is an important clarification for you, as you might not know. There are opportunity attacks if you leave his range of attack.
Yeah.
And right now, Duval is considered flanked as a motherfucker. So you have advantage on all your attacks going forward, by the way.
All right, word. All right, I'm gonna attack Duval then.
Do something
Okay,
crazy.
go ahead.
You gonna smite him?
Yeah, I'm gonna smite this bitch.
Let's go.
All right, 26.
Oh, yeah, you
hit.
hit him. You hit him, absolutely.
Okay. All right, and then roll that. All right, 10 without the smite, but then I'm gonna cast smite.
Oh, of course you are. You're a paladin. What else would you do?
And then I hit him for another 10, so 20.
Oh.
Dirty Kev.
You, with this shimmering glow of Elith Tel, your halberd almost vibrates in your hands. And as you kind of thrust it forwards towards him. This bright blue glow comes through you again, and all of a sudden hammers Duval. Your smite has a strong effect on this guy. It looks like whatever you did was effective. He's looking pretty hurt after your attack, and the blue glow that you saw on him has now also disappeared. Is that all you can do with your turn?
Yeah, that was about. Well, I'm I still have my bonus action, right?
You do have your bonus action.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity to Valve Inimity that dude at the bottom cultist.
Okay. I think you can smite and do your bonus action Vow of Enmity in one turn.
Yeah, I
can,
think Divine Smite is like not a bonus action. I think I get
Yeah, I think you're absolutely good. So you're gonna do it on this guy over here?
Which one? Oh yeah, that guy.
Okay, so what is this Vow of Enmity?
So for one, oh no, sorry, my bad. He has to be within 10 feet. Scratch that.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. He's not within 10 feet yet.
Yeah, and so this Smite use a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Smite does, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right, cool. I'm
Okay.
done then.
Up next is this cultist. This cultist. Yeah, Kevrick, you're an issue. Go ahead and roll another wisdom saving throw. He's gonna try and cast Hold Person on you again.
Oh no, 5.
Oh.
I'm gonna sit there, and when that shit hits me, I'm just gonna be like,
You strike a pose, yeah, okay. Your will was so strong, and Ilatel was so adamant that you protect those around you. This time, as your focus moves towards Duval, this red paralytic energy locks your bones, and you hit this most fabulous pose, of course. But you
Yeah.
are paralyzed. Which
Arthur,
is
you gotta
super
kill this
not
guy.
great.
I'll try. The thing is, he goes before I do. He rolled higher than me.
Nope, way
But
no.
this cultist is going to stay exactly where he is, actually. Yeah, so I gotta read this real quick so that I can know. Okay, that is good to know. Duval is going to turn towards you, Kevrick.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt
Over.
so bad.
I'm going unconscious. I'm letting you know right now.
I believe in you, man.
Yeah. Okay.
It's crit damage.
not.
It's over.
It is
I
not
think
crit.
Oh, it's not crit damage?
He does
Thank
not
God.
crit.
Well,
Thank God it's
if
not like
if he's
BG3.
paralyzed, if the attack's made within 5 feet, it is a crit.
Any attacks in the hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. Yes.
Like, I think he still needs to roll to hit, but
does
it's
need- so
with
he-
advantage.
So yes, he automatically rolls to he rolls to hit. He hits, which means that is an automatic crit. I misread the paralyzed spell.
Paralyzed.
So
So he's rough.
Not good. It's over. I'm unconscious. Don't let him kill me,
oh my
please.
fucking god. You're a lucky bastard.
Let's go.
You take. Oh wait, no, actually,
Unlucky bastard.
you take 16 points of damage.
I'm unconscious.
You're
There's no way you're
unconscious.
unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious then.
Oh yeah, I had 13 hit points left.
Oh.
He's
Wait, what hurt you?
he got
Whoa.
hit the first round. Yeah.
Yeah, I got hit
Oh,
for 9 in
right.
the first round.
Forgot. Oh.
Yeah, he hit me for 9, and then the 16 on top of that.
He is then going to use his bonus action to second wind himself.
It's dead.
You're not dead. Okay. And then he is going to take the attacks of opportunity 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet, go right here.
Okay.
So that means Arthur and Volmir. Oh, well, Volmir does have. Okay, so Arthur, go ahead and make your attacks.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
There we go. That's better. That's 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 9 bludgeoning damage. You see whatever sort of life he reinstilled from himself just now with his second wind almost immediately disappears.
Okay.
Volmir, however, this is where shit is gonna get wicked. So he was within 5 feet, so he would have... Yeah, he's gonna do...
Oh, does he have Warcaster?
He does, but...
Oh, no.
But since he was within 5 feet, any sort of thing that has a spell attack would be... I'm trying to think of what he thinks would be best, because he's a fucking archmage. He knows what is best in this situation. I'm trying to think of... Let's do...
Hits him with hold person. No, you're not going nowhere.
You quite literally read my mind.
Duval also hits that.
Except
just hit a
for...
wall.
So if he casts it, he has Warcaster. If he casts it at a higher level, he can paralyze more than one person. Is kind of what I'm trying to think through right now. Is I think that
it's kind of weird because I know Warcaster says like you can't cast like an AoE spell, but it's
Yeah,
not.
it's
But
not
as written,
AoE.
it's not an AoE, so it's weird.
I'm gonna say that he's not gonna cast at a higher level, and he's just gonna go after Duval as of right now. Because I think that's fair. Yeah, he fucking fails. He is paralyzed right next to you. He's looking you in the
Okay.
face, Kev, and just gotta. Now I get to decide 5, 10, 15, 20. All of you guys are out of the range.
Not the
except-
tiger.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Except... Ooh.
Doesn't the tiger have to roll initiative?
He goes on
None.
your initiative.
Yeah, he goes on your turn, I think.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that since he's on the other side of you, it only makes sense that that is... Because it's a 20-foot radius, so it'd be a straight line from him.
Yeah, it's Duval.
Literally only Duval and the tiger get hit. All right.
Superior
Automatically
position.
fails his dexterity check. Yeah, Duval is fucking wiped out.
Like disintegrated.
Duval gets incinerated.
Who?
He's gone.
What about my
Fucking
tiger?
bet.
You guys see? Oh yeah. How many hit points does your
What
tiger
about my-
have?
What about my tiger?
He's got 37.
Oh, okay. So he falls unconscious, but he does not die.
Tiger for the win.
If you want to try and resuscitate him somehow, you're more than welcome to.
No, he's straight up that.
You see Duval. The only reason Duval would not have originally died. However, in this instance, there's a bit of a chain reaction.
Oh no.
Duval, and then as he kind of incinerates, you see all of his atoms kind of combine back together, and then this different aura expands from him. It is this green, sickly, disgusting color and mist that expands from him. And I need... Kevrick, you fail. I will need Arthur to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Ooh. That's a 4.
You take 11 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Kevrick, you automatically fail 2 death saving throws.
Oh.
God damn.
Help.
Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot, guys. Arthur, it's your turn.
We didn't happen to get any other potions, did we?
I have 2 potions.
As well.
Wait, hold on, let me check. I might have 1, but I know I at least have 1. No, I'm sorry, I have 3. How about 3?
I could go for a risky play. Well, I could go for a risky roll and potentially wasting my turn. I could try to make a medicine check on him just to stabilize him. It won't get him up, but he'll be stabilized. But it would take my action.
By the way, sorry, this guy is gone now because he evaporated.
Either that, or if someone... Did Kevrik have a potion on him?
Nope.
Hmm.
Did I not give you a potion, Kevrik?
If it's
I
not
don't
noted in
remember.
your inventory,
No, it's not. It's
I
definitely
will
not.
say
Definitely
no.
not.
Then,
Unless it's noted, then no.
No, yeah, it's all good.
I
Nah,
think...
Dude, I remember. He fucking has one.
I swear I gave him one.
Well, yeah, since Arthur doesn't know where Onsis is, and no one else seems close, he's going to try to use his action to stabilize.
Okay, yeah,
Kevrik.
go ahead and make a medicine check. I
That's a
believe
good
you
move.
need to
It's
roll.
DC 10?
Yeah, it's DC 10.
Let's hope. Okay, I rolled an 11, so it's a total of 12.
Ooh, okay. You feel the cold grip of death sort of release from you, Kevrick. You're
Thank
you're
God.
not conscious, but you are not dying.
So what does that mean?
It means that you will not be rolling death saving throws,
Let's go.
and it
That's
means
huge.
that as soon as you are brought back up to as soon as there's a long rest, you're back. You're just not awake. You're not living. You don't take actions. You just don't have to roll death saving throws.
Big.
And then I'm going to use my movement to get over to the cultist that's right behind him.
So, yeah, absolutely. 5, 10, 15. You get within melee range of him.
And that's my turn, because yeah, that's it.
Okay, absolutely. Next up is Onsis.
Yeah.
I have a
So
feeling.
currently behind this tent, I peek around the corner. I have my eye on that cultist that's closest to me, and I will move towards him and sneak attack.
Okay, absolutely. 5, 10, 15. You absolutely can get there. Go ahead. Yeah. He doesn't know you're
To
there because you've
hit-
been hidden, so.
To hit is a fucking 9.
Is that with
What?
advantage?
Oh, so no, not with advantage.
Yes, you have advantage.
So let me just roll one more time. Motherfucker. Okay, bet. Yeah, 27. On the second one.
27 absolutely hits. Go ahead.
Yeah,
and roll
so
your damage.
so technically that was a natural 20 too.
Oh.
So
Oh, fuck. Okay. So
it was
go,
it was a 20 plus.
so go ahead and roll all of your dice that you normally roll. And then whatever the number is on your dice, multiply by 2, and then add your damage modifier.
Whoa. Okay. Wait. What? Okay. So I roll all my dice.
So you roll all
You,
your dice.
you double the value of your dice, not your modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, I would also like to say the way that Arthur stabilized Kevrik is that he just slammed his fist on his chest just to
Kinda
be
got the
like,
heart beating.
yes, yeah. It's like, no, you're not.
Okay. Do I do the? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you do your sneak attack. Our little jaunt.
That will be 16 points of damage.
That's with all of your dice multiplied by 2, too?
I think so, yeah. Because I did 1d4 plus 5. So actually, no, I'm sorry. So it'll be 16 plus the 5 because I didn't plus 5.
Okay, so it's
21.
21.
Onsis. How would you like to kill this cultist in front of you?
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm fucking ready for this guy. So once again, all the thoughts, this dream going through my mind. The dude, he's in my head. He says, "And bring your friends too." I concentrate. I think of the best place to stab this person to kill them in the quickest way possible, and I click my wrist, and a glass needle erects from underneath my wrist and goes, and I stick it at the base of his skull, where his neck meets his skull.
This glass needle meets almost no resistance. You plunge this glass needle into the base of his skull, and the slight noise that extends from him is met with a different noise as well. It's not an act. You don't see the same activation,
No.
but now you hear talking. But it's a familiar voice. It's the voice of Jahal. He says, "Bravo, bravo. You guys almost had us." And then, once again, the life is drained from this man. The voice stops talking. And this body falls limp in front of you and dead.
Go.
He did not get the chance to activate. You guys assume that
That's what I
it
thought.
doesn't happen automatically, and since there was no sort of chain reaction, it does not activate.
I was really hoping I fucking killed him in one go.
So, yeah, since you did it, his hit points, these cultists have 20 hit points. So, there you go. That cultist is dead, so Asher, you're up.
Wait, I have a bonus action.
Oh, you do, absolutely.
So from here, I don't have, oof, never mind, I don't really have enough movement. The next thing I will do, I will move just the rest of my movement, which I think is what, like 20 feet, 15, 20 feet.
Yeah, so you were 5, 10, 15, 20. So yeah, you have 20 feet left.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move like just straight towards the next cultist that Arthur's attacking.
5, 10, 15, 20. There you go. You are 5 feet away, so you're almost within melee range, but not quite.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And then I look towards Arthur and I'm like, let's kill this motherfucker.
Absolutely. Yeah, if that's your turn, yeah.
That's it, I'm done.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Asher, you're up. You are a little bit away from the rest of the party still. Your tiger is on the ground dying. If you don't plan on resuscitating it, that's totally fine, but...
Yeah, the tiger can fuck off. I'm going to... How close can I get to Kevrik from here?
How much feet of movement do you have?
Great question. 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you would get within 15 feet, but you would not get to him.
Okay. Can I... Is it a bonus action to throw a health potion?
It would be your entire action to throw it at someone.
Not to like give it to them, but like just to toss it.
If you're tossing a glass vial, what do you think will happen
Okay.
whenever it explodes?
Well, I'm talking about I'm gonna throw it to Volmir.
Okay, that would still be your action.
Okay.
Does my boy got an arm on him? Can he hit this 60-foot toss to Volmir?
You would have major disadvantage on 60 foot of throwing, but
Dude, low key.
No way that works.
No key. Do I send it? What do I have to roll?
you can move closer. Like that's not allowed.
I don't know. Okay.
So
So
could he
I'll
dash?
move.
You could dash over there though and get right next to me for next turn or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be next to you. That's the thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll dash to right behind that tent.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, so you can dash to about right here.
Can I get to like the close right side or no?
Close right side? Absolutely, you can.
Okay, perfect. And then I am.
If you have something with your bonus action, you can use it, but
I think I'm just going to like unsheath my. No, I'm not. Never mind. My turn's over. My turn's over.
what are you gonna unsheath, man? Volmir. He's gonna do something a little different. He just heard the Jahal speak. And that worries him. That worries him a lot. Yeah, there's no save for this or anything. He casts something, and the look on Volmir's face darkens. He looks frightened. He says, No. They're not here. He looks at all of you and says, Jahal's not here. And he's gonna do something brazy. He can easily get to the within the cultist's range. This is a very powerful Archmage. I'd like to make that very clear, for what's about to happen might get fucking wicked. Yeah, it's GG's for this man. Volmir uses a legendary action, puts his palm on the cultist's forehead, and says, "Where is he?" And as he does it, this cultist vanishes into dust. Upon doing so, there doesn't seem to be any active threats. However,
man.
I'm going to ask you guys to not break initiative order just yet. What happens next is you hear the voice of Jahal once more. This time it's all-encompassing. It's strange. It's not quite the same as you guys remember, because you guys are still in this material space. However, you guys have encountered times where all of you guys could hear him all at once, and once again this happens. And now all of you guys stand in front of him once more. Jahal stands in front of all of you guys on this main road and approaches you. You find yourself kind of stunned with fear, but Volmir just told you that he's not here. And yet, here he is in front of you. Volmir doesn't move. Jahal approaches within 5, 10, or sorry, 10, 5 feet of Volmare. And then stands in front of him. And begins to clap. And eventually his claps come to a stop. You know, at first, you guys were quite the issue. I really didn't foresee it happening. You guys disappeared and you threw me for a loop, truthfully. I was panicked you all might really throw a wrench in our plans. But, well, you guys saw the evidence. You guys saw how much I was talking with the mother. You guys had to have known. No, you guys didn't think for once that the god of deception was deceiving you? He kind of waits for a response in this moment. And he's just smiling, grinning at all of you.
Arthur's not going to give him anything. He's just staring at him.
Anyways, she, in her infinite wisdom, devised a plan for all of us. She knew. She knew that defeat can come in many ways. No, we didn't have to outright kill you, obviously. If Duval would have done that, would have been nice, but, we didn't plan on Volmir being here, I'll admit. But, instead of forcing a circle into a square, we adapt. As we have done in history prior, of course. We changed shape. But, like I said, you were still quite the issue. You gave us quite a run for our money for a little bit. But then you fell right into our trap. I mean, yes, our original plan was to come here to the final ride in. But once you guys found out about it, did you guys think that the plan wouldn't change? Once again, he waits for a response. Or anything, really.
Nope.
As he's talking, I'm gonna go give Kevrik a health potion.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You move to him and give him a health potion. Go ahead and roll it for me.
Yep. Also, I think you're muted, Kevrik.
I think he knows.
Okay, perfect. I have one that's a D6 and one that's a D4, so I'll use the D6 one. It is 7.
Kevrik, you come back to consciousness with 7 hit points. You were here to save these people. You're absolutely right, guys, and I commend you for that heroic effort. I really do. However, the last couple hours have been a charade. I have to come clean. It's my favorite part of the story, really. At first, like I said, we were worried. You guys came to Deep Hollow. We thought our plan was a little foiled. We were going to push things back. But no, Luth told me all we had to do was get you guys here again. And I believed her. And here you guys are. Congratulations, you guys saved these people at the final ride in. In fact, nothing will come to these people. The people of Deep Hollow, I cannot say the same. You've condemned them to a fate much worse than your own. Well, maybe not. Who knows what's going to happen in the coming months. But just know that she now walks this earth. Oh, sorry, I should clarify now. Not Zaluth, no. We're not quite there yet. But Vilith is coming for you. She'll see you soon. You guys have no idea what you have done here today.
Billith, the one I assume has been lying to you this whole time.
Shut your fucking mouth.
So, you think she's telling the truth?
Your mouth disappears off your face. You all do not understand. Asher, I believe actually, you made quite the astute observation. We were opening a door, but not, not, not here. We were doing that elsewhere. But now that she walks this plane, I guess I might as well show you guys the fruits of our labor. Jahal had begun to step back, I believe, kind of unfurling his robes. Except for, you guys are assuming that this is not the real Jahal, of course, as all of a sudden he grows impossibly large, and the skies above you grow impossibly dark. His extending cloak and robe turns into this black void that spills out. And you begin to hear whispers that echo from it as well. You begin to hear voices that you're unfamiliar with. You begin to hear maddening screams. You begin to hear a language you don't understand. You begin to hear what sounds like someone scribbling as fast as they possibly can with graphite on paper. And then you hear this high-pitched scream that echoes in all of your minds as something more horrifying than Jahal himself emerges from this cloak. This 20-foot being, this magnificent white gown that flows behind her, the green, cracked, disgusting, melting flesh on her face that has bone exposed, a perfectly reddish and purplish crown that sits upon her head. No eyes in the sockets, a jaw that moves and clicks as she walks out from underneath this cloak. Missing one of her arms, and the other arm impossibly thin, yet impossibly long at the same time. No voice or anything is extended from her, but you still hear this cacophony of voices behind her as she emerges. Jahal, now as you can see, is an image encompassing the sky in front of you. You almost had us. And I really must commend you on that front, truthfully. But there's nothing you can do now. She will only grow in power, and you will be her first test. The image of Jahal disappears, but the visage of the 20-foot tall woman in front of you does not. This white gown has holes in it, burn holes, has pock marks, has blood stained into it. And you just hear this as she steps forward. And once again, you can still feel something pressing into your mind. It feels like someone is dragging their fingernails across your skull. Volmir collapses to his knees. No. No. He looks back at you. I don't... He points directly behind Asher, and a doorway appears. Run! I will stop her here. There is nothing you can do. Run! And he gets up and begins to hobble towards this woman in this gown. And he just begins to walk forward. What do you guys do?
Ansis sprints directly for the doorway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I also
Right.
sprint for the doorway.
I was gonna shake his head and just run for it.
Yeah, same.
The
If
darkened
if
sky.
I pass Volmir on the way, I'm just gonna look towards him as I run by and say thank you, and then keep going. Just like on my way there.
Volmir gives you a telekinetic shove with his hand, and you are there a little bit quicker than you originally thought. As all of you guys stand at the precipice of this door and look back, you guys see for the final time the visage of Volmir Sandalari, staff in hand, palm reached out towards this ever-large being. His purple and red flowing robes behind him. You hear one last sentence. Go back to where you came, bitch! And he just extends this hand forward. And you guys hear that clicking noise once again, that in the sky splits above you. All of you guys enter the precipice of this door. The sky that had grown impossibly dark is now this sickly green and purple, and there is a chasm that splits across it. And there's something pouring from it. You're not sure what. As this bright purple light expands from Volmir, you guys enter this doorway, and on the other side of it, you guys enter a cold stone room that has no light. You can hear blink, blink, spff of a little trickle of water. But as you guys feel around, it's almost... You guys finally get your bearings. For those that can see in the dark, you see what looks like stands in front of you. It's an elevated chair, almost, with pillars that extend. And it's like a circular room made of stone.
Ansis uses control flame at the tip of his fingers just to get like a little bit of light. And then
So control flame requires like there to be a source to have.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So if
Minor illusion?
I'll light a torch.
Perfect, you can make that brighter or anything if you wish.
It's all good. Is everyone okay? Where are we?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm gonna heal myself for 15 hit points.
Fair enough. You got the shit beat out of you.
I would assume we are where Volmir wanted us to be.
I'm assuming this is a safe place. I don't think Volmir would send us somewhere that would put us even in more danger than we already were in. Not that that's possible, but
Feel bad for locking that chick up in the shed.
Huh?
well, I feel bad.
Oh yeah. Someone tried to stab me and she's locked in the shed back there, so I think she might be dead.
You.
It was
Okay.
complicated. I was alone. The turtle died.
Wait,
Asher
Vander
was on
died?
the roof. Oh shit. Yeah.
Bando's dead,
Yeah, he's
Arthur.
dead.
Ah,
Yeah, you guys look around and Bando's not with you.
We didn't get to
Say goodbye.
take all his gold. I mean, yeah. Say bye.
He had that scroll of fireball too.
I hit a list from Volmir
Mm.
and gold. And a lot of gold.
A lot of gold.
okay. Let's figure out where we are, because as far as we know, gold may not even be currency at this point.
Yeah, do we still feel like is that something we can figure out from anything around here? Can I examine the stone, any structures? Because I can see. So
Yeah, there is a torch being lit by your companion as well in this moment.
cool.
All of you guys can make investigation or perception checks depending on what you think you guys are looking for. Investigation will probably lean towards like something a little more specific. Perception will maybe get you sort of the general basis of where you are.
Arthur's just gonna look around just to see if there's a way out. So I'm gonna go for
rolled-
investigation.
Cool, yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
dirty 20 on a perception.
Okay, I'll start with you then. Everyone hold your numbers for just a sec. A 20 on perception gets you... It's pretty nice in here. It's not just like dark cobblestones. There is also like these pillars that extend that are like white marblish that have ivy growing down them. these stands that stood in front of you. It seems to be there's 7 in total. One of them raised a little higher than the rest, and then 3 to each side. Um,
Are these thrones?
you could call them that, yeah. And at your feet, it's like a circular room. There's some sort of iconography, but it's too large for you to like get the whole picture of where you're standing. But anyone else?
rolled
I
a
got a 22 for my investigation to see if there's an exit.
Okay. As you're kind of scanning the room, you begin to like kind of feel around. You're looking at the pillars. It takes you about 10 minutes to realize that like there's kind of a depression on the circular area beneath your feet. But it looks like this might either raise or go down in some way, but you look above you and you piece that it probably lowers. So this was probably the height of where it reaches.
I rolled a 6 on perception.
A 6 on perception. Yeah, shit got wicked real quick. I'm not gonna tell you how you feel, but your emotions are a little taking over your ability to kind of catch your senses right now. Kevrick,
Rolled a 14 on perception.
you kind of gather the same things as Onsis. Also, you guys kind of split up. Onsis is kind of into another part of the room. You two are starting to pick up the vibe of like, I will say on your 20 and 14, you don't think this is government because you don't see any like iconography that is recognizable and that would stand out to you if it were. Arthur, with their 22, you find a button on like underneath like the central throne as we've discerned um, that doesn't have any labeling or anything on it, but it's just like a large circular button that kind of depresses in. And also with the 22, I would say you begin to make out that like this picture in the middle is a triangle with stars that envelop it, and there's 7 stars in total. And there is 6 stars that surround it, and then the 1 star in the middle.
I think these are thrones. 7 of them. One larger than the other, right in the middle.
Thrones for who?
They're massive.
Anyone recognize a symbol that has a triangle with some stars in it?
All of you guys can make history checks.
I'll go for it.
7.
Okay.
18.
4.
16.
Stars are used often. It's kind of blended together with a lot of other things. It doesn't scream religious. It doesn't scream government, but you're just not quite sure what this place is based on that.
Weird. Oh, I also found this thing, and he's gonna push the button.
Okay, yeah. The central circular platform begins to descend underneath you guys. Arthur, if you're touching the button, you're gonna have to like run 5 feet and kind of like hop on to the now elevator.
Okay.
It's not descending super fast by any means. The rest of you, I would assume you're probably somewhat close as well. If you guys begin to see this descend, I can say you can choose to get off or get on in any of your guys' moment of decision.
I'm gonna hop on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Others gonna get on. Just seems like we might be high up.
Only way out is through, right?
I like the way you think.
Hans rolls his head back and just goes, "Oh my god!" And then he just drops off onto the platform.
That's the spirit.
I'll peek over the edge, kind of look down, look around, last second, and then I'll jump on there as well.
You guys are on this elevator for 5, 10 minutes, 12,
Pull out my pipe and start smoking.
13 minutes.
On the way down,
Yeah.
so I guess while we're on this mechanism taking us deeper and deeper into whatever plane of existence we are on right now, I think it might be important to inform you all that once we are out of whatever predicament we are in at the current moment, I will have to leave.
The last time that happened, we ended up making a bad deal.
Yeah, this time I
Bad
think you could
deal.
help.
It's a great deal.
That's a better change of pace.
Where are you
The
going?
the other night in my sleep, somebody came to me. Somebody that I have never seen before. But they're awaiting me. I'm on a mission. Taking me somewhere to another monastery. I have reason to believe that this person that came to me in my dreams was a proprietor of this monastery. But I am late. I am very, very late. And fate brought me into the midst with all of you here. We have got ourselves into something that is far greater and far more powerful, and I don't think we've fully grasped what we have at our hands here. But this person who came to me in my dreams was willing to help, and they are awaiting me. And now that you all are with me, they seem to be waiting for you all as well.
So we're all leaving.
Well, that's where I met with this story is we need to figure out how to get out of here, and I think that it's in our best interest. I know it's in my best interest. I have to leave. I will leave you to your own devices, but I think that you all should probably come with me. I think that whatever help is in store for us could probably benefit the entire team.
You showed up to Deep Hollow with me. So, while the problem didn't get solved, I appreciate it, so I'll return the favor.
Where are we going?
The Godsmaw Mountains? We weren't too far off when we were in Deep Hollow. Honestly, I thought that that's kind of where I would end up before everything got really sticky, but obviously time slipped away. Seemed like we had greater things to deal with. So,
Asher, you passed right by these mountains on the way south. Bridgeport is pretty much in between a valley of the Godsmaw Mountains. Kevrick, you walked right through these mountains. And Arthur, you know these mountains exist.
Well, sounds like a good place to start.
Is that where I met Elith Tell?
Yeah, about so.
Where? So what are we gonna do when we get to these mountains?
I don't know. Do I know what the terrain is like? Is it pretty treacherous? It's pretty hard to get to this monastery, or do I not know that?
You know that it resides high in the mountains. You're not sure how treacherous it is, but you know that it's probably not easy.
So the monastery is in the mountains, like I said. These mountains are tall. It gets cold, and they're rocky. I don't think it will be easy to get there. But at this point in time, we've faced greater dangers. I think that what we have to do is just keep going. But yeah, it's going to take some time, I think.
Well, I got nothing better to do, and I've already been there, so
God damn, this elevator takes forever. Fuck.
It settles in a perfectly circular room once again. It's dark down here, and with your torch, you kind of scan the area. Doesn't look like anything down here, actually. It's just a circular room.
Arthur's gonna step off.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Like
It-
the walls look like they don't look like cave walls. They look like made, right? Like
Yeah,
this
they look
is
made. It's only about 10 feet further from the inner circle that these walls extend. Um, but yeah, the walls are nice. Like they're carved out. They're made into a very fine like marbleish stone. It's not all 100% uniform, but it's pretty nice. I would say Arthur, as soon as you step off and like begin to feel or like and kind of like look at these walls, you're a pretty deductive guy. You instantly pick up on like there is slight impressions. They're like arches. It doesn't look like the stone like moves or anything in there, um, but there's like an extrusion from the wall in arch formations, and it looks to be 7 of them. About 7 of them.
hmm. Got another 7 kind of motif going on here.
Hmm.
Wonder if there's ways to activate these arches.
Maybe. Nothing seems
Before
to be
you even have
passable.
to, one of them lights up behind you guys, and a woman steps from it. Beautiful golden white robes, long golden hair, semi-pointed ears, holding a staff. I knew someone was here. Who the fuck are you guys?
We don't know. I don't know how we got here.
Yeah, we're kind of just trying to figure out how to get out of here. Does by looking at this person, does Arthur recognize them in any way?
Oh, I would say it doesn't even require a check. No.
Okay. Because
Um.
he's trying to link the symbol of, how do you pronounce the name for the all-seeing?
Oh. Are you talking about the god? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, but they have blue hair. That's the symbol. Never mind.
Yes. That is a good
So,
intuition, though.
um,
Would it help if I told you that Volmir sent us here to save us from something really dangerous?
It's a good thought, Ansis, because this woman was about to get a little dangerous.
We need help.
Where are we?
Okay. Um, which one of you is Bando?
he's dead.
Fuck.
He didn't make it.
Yeah. See, that's what I thought when I heard that too.
He had a lot of gold on him too.
That's not.
A lot of gold.
This would be a great time for us to actually move over to Bando now that he's here. Um, Bando, if you would like to turn your camera on for me, buddy. So, where we left off with your story, you had felt the cold embrace of death take you. You know not what happens on the material plane at this moment. Your vision fades to black, and you sit in an empty void. A massive skeletal hand reaches from the void for
Damn.
you. And as it begins, do you wish to try and do something?
Nah, I'm letting it rock. I'm gonna let it slide. I'll let it go. See what happens.
As this massive skeletal hand encompasses your body, the cold embrace that you felt begins to fade away, and this warmth grows inside of you. This woof, 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 until finally, the black void around you turns into an inferno.
Yeah, I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, what the
The
fuck?
skeletal hand disintegrates from in front of you, and a massive phoenix rises in front of your vision. Bando.
Emma.
I'm going to assume that you don't know who I am.
That's a good assumption.
Volmir's a smart guy, and I don't mean any disrespect to your master, but the fact that he didn't tell you who I was is crazy.
He's just a crazy guy. Don't hold it against him. You know.
Boy, where do I start? The beats of this phoenix's wings grow ever louder as it approaches you, and this phoenix form lands in front of you and perches. And it stands easily 100 feet in front of you, 100 feet tall in front of you, with massive glowing orange eyes and feathers that ignite into flames behind it, and you can feel the heat even in this space that may not even exist. I am Meridia's first protector. Your master stole the egg of the first phoenix. That's me.
You gotta explain what he did with it, Bando.
So, I... Look, I don't mean to cast judgment, but you've been saying this line that you've been smoking on that phoenix pack. I don't mean to cast judgment, but it seems a little demeaning to me.
Whoa. Look. I can understand how it may come across that way. But all I'm trying to say is that this motherfucking gas was divine. That's the highest praise I can give.
Quite literally, it was divine, Bando, and I'm glad that you can appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
It's...
You know, you already know.
I've been alive for a long time, and it's weird to sit in this space with you knowing that you're on the verge of death. In fact, that was death. Literally. He was going to take you to whatever plane he deemed necessary. Ooh. Your essence, in the ritual that you created your arcane focus with, I don't know if you realize this, sort of inherited my essence. That's the creation of what I believe you call the Infiniblunt.
Yeah, man. That's straight gas.
Yes. Now, I had a choice to make. I could have just let you go on to the afterlife in the way that you were. However, you had last witnessed some crazy shit, to put it in the most human way possible.
Uh-huh.
Meridia has a lot of interest in this subject. She's... Look, the Everlight doesn't get scared, but she's worried. I believe you know the man Jahal.
I heard her name a couple of times, yeah. Big Bad, yeah.
So I'm gonna offer you something. I I will not return you to the material plane. Meridia does not believe in the resurrection of one's soul. However, she's offering you a second chance. There's much work you can do from this side of the veil. You will become one of the champions of Meridia. It's a lot to put on you, and honestly, you weren't my first choice. I don't mean that in a harsh way. I just... Whenever I was alerted to you kind of using the Phoenix Egg, I didn't understand who you were. I understood who Volmir was. He was my first choice. Volmir told me to go fuck myself. He said he lived too long and it was his time. So that was rough to hear. He mentioned your name. I obviously knew who you were, so now I'm approaching you. Your journey doesn't have to end, Bando. It can continue. We can do good work from this side. We can make sure that Jahal, Vilith, and Zayluth never accomplish their plans. It will require a lot of work, and this will be a kind of a way for you to continue the work you started but never got to finish.
Hey man, I'm all in. Tell me what I gotta do.
Good. Well, what do we... Oh, I forgot. This comes with the part. I'm gonna destroy your body for like 5 seconds. Sorry, this is gonna hurt
Huh?
really badly. Yeah.
Wait,
Then everything around you becomes impossibly hot. It is quite literally the embodiment of becoming so hot you lose all sense of being. It is like the hottest. If you've ever touched a stove and just felt like that instinct to like jolt back, it's that, but you can't move. It is impossibly hot, and you feel not flesh. It's something deeper than that. You're not corporeal in this space. It's something deeper than that, being ripped apart and sundered and stretched. And then as the warmth sits there and is impossibly hot, it turns into just this nice feeling of almost being wrapped in a blanket on a cold day. The sky's still an inferno around you, and this phoenix still perched. You open your eyes, and you see around you now, not just the inferno and the phoenix, but you see a beautiful golden field with impossibly beautiful and tall trees. There is a sun that sits in the inferno. There is not a sky off in the distance, but it's just like a perfect golden, purplish, orangish glow in the distance. And it's not wheat, it's just grass that blows, and it's this perfectly golden sheen on it. And you look down at yourself, and you seem mostly unchanged, and then you kind of turn around, and you have these massive phoenix wings stretching from your back. The phoenix doesn't seem so large anymore, either. You seem about equal with it. The veins that had crawled up your forearm from reading the tome have completely disappeared, and most of your flesh now, instead of the greenish turtle skin, is mostly this golden incorporeal essence. Your shell still adorns you, but you're not quite the same. And upon your head sits a halo. Not in the classical sense, but it emits an impossibly bright light around you. The phoenix, now shrinking, perches on your shoulder. There's much work to do, Bando. And the Everlight, the Everpeace, looks forward to meeting you. And he kind of soars into a direction, circles, and is kind of waiting for you.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna just start walking. You know, hey, actually, I'm gonna like fucking, I'm gonna think really hard, right? And I'm gonna fucking spawn a blunt, right? I'm thinking I'm ethereal, nigga, so I could just. Right
yeah, there. Make a Make a
I love how
wisdom
he's
check.
trying to get high when he doesn't have a physical body anymore.
Make a
He
wisdom
is
check
determined.
with advantage.
All right.
Yo, what's the first thing you're gonna do when you get superpowers?
Infinite blunt, baby.
Yeah, just I need my blunt. I need my fix.
Bro,
I am the Phoenix Pack now.
literally. See, at least you get it. At least you get it. I got it 15. Wait, with
All your
advantage.
stats
Shit.
are
With
20
advantage.
as well, by the way.
Oh
What?
shit!
All of your stats are 20 as well right now, by the way.
Rad.
What the fuck?
So that's like a 20, like a 20 fucking 6.
Okay. You, as you're walking, you kind of think, and you're like, oof, man, you know what this beautiful heavenly landscape could use? A blunt. Whoosh. In your hand is this nicely wrapped and packed really well. It's like a perfect cone. You've got the perfect cone. It's got a nice filter on it for you. Not quite the Infiniblunt, but it's pretty nice. Um, if you walk in the direction of the Phoenix still circling,
It's like, yeah, like how am I supposed to meet the eternal peace when I'm not chiefing, bro? Come on now.
you walk and you walk and you walk and you walk. For you're not sure how long you try to count seconds and it kind of just rolls past you. It's weird. In this space, nothing is quite there, nothing is quite not there. Time definitely doesn't flow the same as you walk forward, you just can't keep track of it. It's like an intangible subject. And finally, you reach the precipice of something. You're not quite sure what. It's just like this massive archway that kind of just appears into your vision all of a sudden. It's not like you've seen it in the distance and then you approach it. It just you keep walking and walking and then all of a sudden it's there. It's this beautiful golden arch and it's got not a gate in front of it, but it's got like two massive solid gold doors with not handles, it's just a seam down the middle.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna just try to press it wide open, bro.
Make a strength check for me.
15.
You
My strength
push
at 20.
and push and push, and the doors do not budge. The Phoenix sits there and says, your first challenge. To endure the coming fight, you must show that you have the endurance, that you can withstand the pain of pushing for 1,000 years, the will to endure will be your first challenge.
Fuck it. I guess I gotta get started. Shit.
You place your hands on this door and you can feel an energy radiating from it. It's impossible to explain in terms that make sense. Your mind is flooded with not words but like emotions as you touch it. It's flooded with memories of a world that you're not familiar with. It's flooded with the ideas of creation and holding peace and your and light. It's just so much light. You push and you push and you push for an impossible amount of time. You're not sure if it's forced upon you in a way that you're choosing to endure. Is there a point that you think about quitting? The doors don't budge for you for what seems like an impossible amount of time.
Nah, I think about quitting plenty of times, right? But I go back to like at the beginning when I first met the Phoenix guy. Well, the Phoenix. Hold on, we quit tweaking, right? The Phoenix, and he's telling me, right, that there's greater work to be done. So like, I think about quitting, but I just keep it pushing.
You keep pushing and you keep pushing, and you begin to lose memories of who Bando is. You don't you don't forget entirely, but you don't remember what you had quite been doing before you got here. You don't quite remember how your journey started. You don't quite remember where it started. But there's one thing that endures, and it's the name Volmir Sandalari and the emotions that come with it. A breeze blows from the door. You're not not Bando, but you're not the same turtle that had entered. In front of you now stands a staircase that kind of ascends, and you look behind the doorway and there's just field, and then you look into the doorway and there's just a staircase that ascends.
Like, I'll just start walking. I'm confused, but everything's just starting to be like normal. Everything weird is just starting to become pretty, pretty normal, I guess.
Absolutely. You ascend the steps, and the phoenix flies just above you. What's your name?
Bando.
Are you sure about that? You're back at the first step.
I'm pretty sure. And I'm gonna just start walking up the stairs again.
Yeah, you get a couple of the steps in. The phoenix says, "What's your name?"
Bando.
You're back at the first step.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna walk up the stairs. I'm gonna start walking up the stairs again.
What's your name?
I'm not sure.
That is okay. You can be unsure, but not whenever you reach the top of the stairs. First step.
Imagine getting
Oh,
trolled by a phoenix.
I hate puzzles. Let me think. Let me
The
think.
light will burn away any indecision. There is nothing hidden. You can become one, or you can be nothing.
That's hard. That's hard. Okay. I'm gonna start walking back up the stairs.
He lets you go a little further this time. What's your name?
My name is Bando. Okay, fair enough. Right.
First step.
Word. Word. Okay. Good times
You
to
hold
try.
on to an idea that does not exist anymore. The coming battle is not for a man named Bando. You have endured, now show me you are willing.
Fuck it. I'm gonna start sprinting up the stairs.
You sprint. He says, "What's your name?"
My name doesn't matter. I'm everything.
You tumble into a room that holds a throne. Everything around you is dark now, though. The impossible brightness that had encompassed you is no longer there. It's strange in a sense that the peace had seemed so warm and comforting and peaceful, and now you find yourself in complete darkness with just a throne sitting in front of you. And you feel empty. You feel cold. The phoenix lands on the arm of the throne. You have shunted away much. You've forgotten what you must. Who are you now?
I'm who I need to be.
The room gets not bright, but there begins to be a little bit of warmth regaining the area. It's not quite... You get the sense that you're on the right track, but it's not quite what he's asking. Who do you want to be?
I want to be someone who can protect the world from danger.
The air around you lights. And as you take in the beauty of the light that is shining on you, your name... You had one. You know you had one, but you don't know it anymore. You begin to focus on this throne in front of you. You think of the emotion that comes with being found, almost as if you were a scared child lost in a city that was found by their parents. It feels like you're being embraced. It feels like you're being saved. And suddenly the throne is in front of you, the same size as you, and a woman sits in it. This woman has two impossibly beautiful gold glowing eyes. Golden, perfectly waving hair that kind of flows downwards, and some of it extends and flows above her. She wears just a beautiful gown that's all white. You see where there would be an entire face, some of it's obscured in light, and mostly the eyes come through. She just sits in front of you. And she reaches out a hand.
I reach out and I take her hand.
It is an impossible feeling once again. The feeling of knowing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The feeling of true purpose beyond that you've ever experienced. The feeling of understanding who you are for the first time. There is much work to do, my child. You are but one tool to achieve such peace. You and I can do great things together. And I am sorry that you endured so much pain. Now, we must make them sorry for causing the world to endure it.
I understand.
As you took her hand, the throne kind of disappears behind you, and you're still holding her hand. And then in your hand, the woman disappears as you look up, and there's just a massive golden sword extending from your left palm.
I guess I'm gonna start examining it. I'm just like appreciating it for what it is.
The hilt is impossibly beautiful. The guard is finely crafted. The blade is this thick rectangle-like shape that extends into a point. And on it is just this impossibly small scripture that only you can't read it first, and then you focus a little harder, and it's just peace, light, creation, 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 all the way down the metal of the sword. For the first time since you've arrived here, you gain a sense of presence back. You begin to understand what time is again. You begin to understand who people are. You're no longer Bando. You're not even sure who that is. But you still remember Volmir Sandalari. And you still remember the connection that the two of you had formed. The last beaming light of your foregone life. And for now, as far as you will know, Bando's story will come to a close. As he has moved on to something greater than what you will come to understand.
Word. Fuck.
And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and head to break and get everyone an intermission.
Sweet.
It was hard, Bando. What
That
the
shit
fuck?
was
Alright, we're back. Chat. Ooh. Okay. For the prime material folks, you guys had exited an elevator, entered a room that now you think hosts a bunch of doors, and a beautiful golden-haired woman, possibly elven woman, steps from one of the doorways. You had mentioned that Volmir Sandalari had sent you, and you had also told her that Bando has died. She then exclaimed, "Oh fuck." And that was about where you guys had last been.
I also said we need help.
Yes. She stands there with her staff, still kind of like grasping it, and she goes, "Huh. Well, does one of you guys have the list? Volmir was supposed to give Bando, probably, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys are probably a little traumatized right now. A lot of shit probably just went down.
We kind of had something a little equal to it right before then, so honestly, probably not as much as I would have.
Par for
Pretty
the
good.
course, one might say.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
Happened to be kind of our thing.
Ooh.
Only one explosion.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I had a lack of faith in Volmir Sandalari's choice, with Bando taking the mantle. Oh, I should explain. Sorry. Since I know I can trust you guys, if Volmir trusted you, my name is Ilrith Tell Kevrick. That instantly sparks a little bit of a notice to you.
Spelling on that one?
Eilreth.
REF?
Reth. Sorry, I just fucking read it out loud.
I was like, what?
LREF? I was like, oh shit, bro.
That's my brain. Sorry, I'm.
Will you just say it one more time?
EILRETH apostrophe TEL.
Can I like probe
Thanks,
Elith
pal.
Tell in my mind to see if he knows this girl?
Oh, absolutely you can. Make an either wisdom check, or if you're trying to like brute force it, maybe an intellect.
16 on the wisdom check.
There's an overwhelming sense of knowing that approaches the front of your mind. He does not immediately respond, but you get the sense that they're familiar.
Okay, can I hit him with like a come on in my mind?
He doesn't respond.
Fine. Useless elf.
The woman says, "Well, you guys are no good here. This is,
Where's here?
yeah, that's a great question. This place is everywhere. Look, the elevator is, how do I say it? A bit
Slow?
of, yeah, it is. You're right. I'm sorry about that. We don't ever use it. So, bit of lack of foresight on our part. We don't usually let,
Normies.
for lack of a better term, yes, we don't usually let normies into here. We usually just teleport to the circle that I'm assuming you guys took in here from Volmir, I'm guessing, which I'm assuming he's also gone because he's not with you.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
big homie probably got. I mean,
Okay.
it wasn't looking great. If we're gonna level with you.
We can't confirm or deny what happened to Volmir.
Oh,
I mean, he's
okay.
probably. I mean, you saw the size of that lady.
Okay, well,
He's probably dead.
so you guys don't know for sure. Okay, well, hey, let's hold out some hope.
He was,
Okay.
he was already dying before,
Oh,
so
yeah,
yeah.
no, Renfrey had told me. Okay, here, look, this is probably, like I said, not a great meeting place.
Seems pretty safe.
I'm gonna step back through this door. The place I step through is also safe. I promise you that much. I I hope I present safety. If you guys feel inclined to follow, that's great. If you don't, I guess I'll come back through here in about a minute and we'll have the discussion here. But I can't really... It just seems like it would be more effective for us to not take a 13-minute elevator ride back up to the meeting room.
Yeah.
It was kind
Are
of
they just gonna go in the door?
Okay,
It's like,
you
yeah,
just step
fine,
through the
fair
door.
enough.
Does everyone follow?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll follow.
Oh, I can't wait to see what Asher says to this woman. You guys enter the door, and the air is a little bit warmer. You guys had kind of lost track of time at the final ride in. You guys weren't quite sure what time it was anymore, because the sky had grown dark and red and also split open. So shit got kind of crazy. But it's about 3, 4 in the afternoon. You can kind of tell it's a beautiful forest landscape in front of you. You guys sit up top. It looks like a mountain-ish that overlooks this forest. Beautiful day out. Clouds are very sparse in the sky. Beautiful sun in the distance. Oh, excuse me. And then there is just, like I said, this beautiful green forest. In the distance, you can kind of see like the start of another mountain that kind of extends into the sky. It's just very serene here from the experience you guys had just left. Immediately around you, there's furniture, there's hanging drapes and tapestries, there is beautiful silks adorning the like couches and seats. There is very nice like wood furniture with like cushions on them that are little like they look used but not old by any mean. And you're kind of just like in this somewhat circular area that has a hallway that extends down one area, kind of like into the mountain. I think this environment will suit us pretty well. I figured with, the day you guys have probably had, I wanted to kind of bring it back down to level, okay?
Or are we still everywhere, or does this
No,
place
see, okay, so now we are on the material plane. Let me pull up the dock real quick, just to make sure I don't fuck this up. Because remembering everything off the top of my head is kind of hard. Believe it or not.
LDM?
She says, we're on a different continent. I hope that I'm assuming that you guys have been to some crazy places because Volmir quite literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
I went to hell one time. It was pretty
Yeah,
shit.
so, okay, so yeah. It's not that bad. This is Jada Salud. This is the continent east, off the eastern shore of Malnor. We're in the eastern hemisphere of Jada Salud. Beautiful jungle landscape, as you can see. A little more temperate climate than Malnor. Suits me pretty well around here. There's not a lot of civilization. Powerful archmage kind of needs their privacy.
Spelling on the...
Oh yeah, Jeda apostrophe Silud.
You always make it easy to spell, man.
Was it J what?
Jeda
Okay,
apostrophe.
I was gonna say.
Okay, gotcha.
So, are we just kind of stuck here for now then?
Oh, no, I can send you guys, probably wherever.
This is not good.
Now it's
I'm-
not good.
I'm farther away than.
She just said
hold on,
she could send us wherever.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, my bad.
I need you guys to not underestimate. You guys met Volmir, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Him, his power, me, just woman.
Okay. Well, we're still kind of wrestling with the fact that we kind of saw Doomsday. So
Oh, right. What did you guys see? Doomsday?
that's what it looked like to me.
Okay.
Have you heard of this guy called Jahal?
Yes. So Volmir had last told me about Jahal. I know about him. I knew the original story because we had all kind of kept track of him, and then we lost him about a number of years ago. Oversight on our part, I'll admit. However, we know of his return. Yeah, not good. Yeah, it's bad.
And
Not
Villith
great.
is back now.
Vilith. Okay, so this name
And
doesn't
Zayluth.
ring a bell. Okay, so
Mm.
Zayluth, she's back. Excuse me, what does that mean?
Not yet.
Not
She's
yet.
coming.
Yeah. Okay, if you know, there's this guy Jahal. Okay, hold on, we're gonna have to explain this. So this guy Jahal this old prince was tricked by this girl named Vileth, who worships Zayluth.
Okay. Yeah,
So all of them pretty bad. She also killed his wife. I don't know why he brought her back.
What are your thoughts on Lucius?
I'm
What?
thinking Veleth with a concubine, honestly.
So I didn't know you guys went to. Okay, everyone, let's come to level. Doomsday, Vilith, Jahal, Zayluth. Let's focus on that for just a second. Also,
Got it.
you quite literally should not tell me his name because I know he's on the material plane. Let's not talk about that guy right now, okay? We'll come back to that, my devilishly handsome friend. So, Vilith. Yes, this is not the advisor you're thinking of. That is a good thought. However, we are pretty confident that Vilith is the first champion of Zayluth.
Oh, so that's so much better.
No, it's so much worse.
It's just gonna he's gonna take a second. He's just gonna do like a lap around the room. Just
Look, she claps her hands, and a spectral like blue hand brings a tray of tea, and she goes, "Everyone, have a cup. It'll calm everyone's nerves. It's nice and temperate. Is there anything else I can get you guys? I understand. I truly understand this is hard. I'm trying my best to kind of alleviate some stress. If you guys want to keep the stress up, I'll send you right back if you want. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I've still got work to do.
No stress. No
Okay.
stress. At least for the meantime. We need this.
Okay.
You got some
Yeah.
food around here?
Some food? Absolutely. She claps her hands again. The same spectral hand appears next to it. It's just like a carbon copy of it with another tray from down the hall, and it's got just like whatever food you can think of, it's in there.
All right,
Are
cool. I'm gonna sit down.
With these teacups, are they like super like how small are they? Are they like the really small?
They're somewhat like normal mug size, but they're very elegantly made like porcelain.
Okay, because I think Arthur doesn't understand like the etiquette of drinking tea. You have to like savor it, so he's like, "Why is there so little?" And he just drinks all of it. Just okay.
It's funny. You down it and you like place it back on the tray, and the tray just like apparates another cup next to it, and the other one disappears. And it's full again.
Oh, sweet. He's gonna take another one.
This tea's very good. Very herbal, very tasty, nice, warm. It does soothe your nerves. She goes, okay. So the court advisor, that's a great thought, everyone. Let's keep on this note just so we can collect our thoughts, right? The court advisor we also lost track of, so that's not good as well. Once again,
Doesn't sound like you guys are very good at keeping track of stuff.
Maybe keep that thought to yourself, Kevrick.
Arthur was gonna say it or not Arthur. Asher was gonna say it anyways.
Look, I'm not Volmir. I'm not as testy as he is. I will admit our shortcomings. We knew of Jahal and the court advisor whenever they had kind of absconded, and we tried to keep track of them to stop them at a certain point, and Zayluth caught on. We were not quite aware of how heavy her influence was, and then whenever whenever we had kind of caught on to the idea that Zayluth was kind of in control of the plan, that's whenever we lost track. I'm sure you've heard the line maybe Volmir told you. We went into the issue with the
Good question.
arrogance of
Who is we?
Oh, we're the Azure Masai Kai. Yes, you guys know that name? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm one of the 7 members. Volmir was the magistrate. Bando was supposed to take his mantle. Obviously, that can't happen now. So, I don't really know what's gonna happen there. I was alerted that Volmir had lost his immortality. This is concerning. We've never had a member die.
Yeah, he mentioned something about an item that gave him immortality and it got broken.
Yes, the timepieces that were made during the falling. He basically collected them from a war that required so the falling. I'm sure you guys know about the falling at this point.
Yep.
There was a lot of wars fought. A lot of these wars were basically required to have beings that were on a different level, required things to be extravagant in nature. One of those things is immortality. Volmir stole the first one and then stole a lot more because he was not comfortable with the idea of basically all of these fallen gods having a bunch of immortal soldiers.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm not quite as old as Volmir. Actually, I'm quite a bit younger than Volmir. Ooh, you guys might know. You guys might know my my brother actually. Elith Tell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna pop out his projection when she says that.
Elith Tell stands next to you, sister, and the spectral form kind of like tries to wrap around her in a hug, and can't grasp anything.
Arthur's just like, his eyes are gonna get even more dead at the at how things just keep getting stranger, and he's gonna down another cup. Just like, ugh, like what is going on?
She goes, oh, okay.
What does that? What does that mean? Well, I've never seen this before. Who's that guy?
Oh, he's living inside of me, kind of. Like,
Wow.
uh,
Wow, this is a lot. You guys are fucking crazy.
Look who's talking, lady.
So,
Where's-
you know what? We'll circle back. Why'd you put Lucius on the material plane? Why'd you do that? Huh? That's pretty crazy.
Dude, because he's my dog and he asked me to.
We had no other choice.
You guys you don't get along, or I feel like he's a pretty nice guy.
No one gets along with Lucius.
I get along great.
That is a problem.
For
You.
I don't see it that way. I just want to know who this blue motherfucker is sitting next to us that clearly is.
This is my brother, Elith Tell, or I'm assuming the spirit of. Elves are very tapped into. Sorry, I shouldn't say my brother. I'm his bastard sister. I'm a half elf, not fully elf. And Elith Tell speaks up. No, you're my sister. You are not a bastard. She goes, please, Elith Tell, you didn't treat me like that in life. You don't have to now. You can see even this incorporeal form of Elith kind of gets sad.
I just hit him with the.
Yeah. Ilrith, she goes, he's the founder of Last Light. I'm sure that your paladin friend here knows that now. Yeah, I was kind of the family's hidden secret. Um, at the time, you know, elves were being hunted down and kind of wiped out.
Why's
Um,
that?
oh, wow. This is a really sad history lesson I'm about to give you. Um, so Volmir
Sad.
told you what? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So Volmir told you about the thing called the Awakening, I assume?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. So whenever two elves do something really bad to a bunch of humans, what do you think humans think about those elves?
Oh yeah, we're really good at that.
Yeah.
What'd you do? I mean, what did they do?
A little light genocide.
Oh, well, okay, so
No,
the
the elf.
yeah, so the Awakening
Oh.
wiped out about a quarter of the population of First Light at the time. It was mostly comprised of humans. Um,
Hmm.
so whenever an elf gets blamed for the mass extinction of a bunch of humans, even though it wasn't Volmir's fault, Volmir became the prime target, and that spread to a bunch of other elves throughout the next couple generations. The Fara Aina Inor is translated to the emptying of the land in human, in common speak. Um, yeah, the humans wiped out a lot of elves. It's a dark spot on the history of Marnor, um, for sure. Um, and you know, with immortality, you see a lot of it. It's pretty twisted shit, honestly. Either way, okay, where was I? I believe we were talking. No, seriously, guys, help me out. I don't remember where I was.
You were talking about how you lost track of the court
Yes,
advice.
we lost track of the court advisor. Okay. This court advisor we think was a minor player, actually. They were sent to just deceive and get control of Jahal. Sort of to be just like the seed. This court advisor, we're not sure if they still exist or not, but we're not sure if they're really an issue. They may be, but Jahal is definitely an issue, as I'm sure you guys have picked up on. Vilith. This is much, much worse than we had anticipated. So we kind of knew about the Awakening. We thought they were just going to try and bring back Zayluth. If they were trying to do that, they would have probably just, you know, wiped themselves out in the process and not kind of gotten anywhere. It's pretty hard to bring a god back that's in a material form. But to alleviate some of the worries, Vilith can be killed. I'm not saying that's easy, but it can happen. She's been killed before, right? That's why she was dead and then brought back. Yeah, okay. Vilith, the first champion of Zayluth, she fought in the first battle of the Falling that Zayluth was a part of. She kind of searches her mind real quick while I search my notes. Give me just a second here. Oh, she says, yes. It looks like she was a part of the first battle, the flattening in Akari Kaigan. The giant salt plane that lives in Akari Kaigan, yeah, that was
I'm
created.
familiar.
Yeah. That was created by one of the battles of the Falling. Little known history lesson for you, geography and all that. So I'm not saying Vilith herself was the prime source of this flattening. However, she's definitely a part of it. So that's kind of the power level we're holding on.
So like a reshaped continents type power level.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a part of the battle that did that.
And
Yeah, I kind of
So,
just
are
beat
you
up guys in
gonna-
an alleyway, so I'm not very equipped for that right
You
now.
do what?
I kind of just beat up people in an alleyway for the most part. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure why I'm here. Like this, he's like he points at Ansis. This person's like an assassin or something. He points at Asher. He's
I
made
kill
some type
people
of
to
deal.
restore balance in the world.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Hey,
And
you
then
That's
he's
know,
gonna
fucked
point-
up.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gonna
gonna point at Gavrik, and he's got some blue ghost elf person. So
Yeah, no,
I
okay, so
got
that
some
is something that
dusters.
you and I need to talk about because that is quite literally my brother. That's weird.
It's inside of you.
He wanted it.
So
Are the cup?
she
He's
says,
like,
she says, "Can I have some of your blood?" Oh, sorry, that's probably really weird. Can I please have some of your blood?
Oh, we're crazy.
How much we're talking here?
Just like I need to prick your finger.
Okay, sure. All right, that's fine.
She grabs your hand. She takes a little like sewing needle and just kind of bink, and she kind of like puts her finger on it and kind of wipes it onto hers, and she sits there for a good second, kind of like muttering something under her breath, kind of waving her hands. She goes, "Oh, well, this makes a little bit of sense. Still weird. Don't get me wrong. I think you got a little lucky. But your family is a part of the lineage of the first elves. A lot of elves have this blood in them. It's just not extremely common. It's somewhat common. You know, a lot of elves were wiped out during the Fara Aina y Nor. It makes you a little more in tune with the spiritual side of being an elf. You know, elves were the first beings. We weren't created by gods. We were in touch with our ancestors and the material plane and the Fey realm, and we weren't made in the image of someone else. We were made in the image of ourselves. So it taps you into a little bit more of the ancestral side of it. Are your parents? She goes, "Oh, you're half elven too. Brother, does there happen to be a reason that you were interested in a half-elven man seeking to protect others with the first elven bloodline?" Elith looks scared. You're not sure how a ghost can look scared, but you see him kind of like twiddling his thumbs, and he's like, I guess I saw a lot of my own failures as a brother, as a father, that I could kind of remedy in this young man. Honestly, it was a bit of luck. I had been trapped in the mountains for so long that the first sign to get the fuck out of there I kind of took. But also, you know, I have a soft spot for half-elves. You're so used to this, like, booming voice from Elith Tell that now him is just, like, a dude sitting in front of you.
He's not being cryptic.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Bro could talk this whole time. Didn't say shit.
She goes, "Okay. I think it's less complicated than we're looking into. I think you got a little lucky. But also, you know, like, what's your deal? Like, why'd you start a journey?"
I set out to find my father at first. I found him and had no coin in my pocket, so I joined the military.
Okay.
And then on patrol in the mountains one day, I came across these other elves, and I stepped in this circle, and then Elith Tell was like, "Hey, go to Deep Hollow. We got to save these boys."
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. So, do you have, like, a strong sense of, like, kind of protecting those around you, or, like, honor, or, you know, valor, or...
I mean, as much as the next guy, but this dude kind of set me up. I'm going for real.
Okay. Okay, we can work with that. Every hero has humble beginnings. You beat up guys in an alleyway.
I don't really think I'm a hero, to be honest. I messed up some of those guys pretty bad. Like, honestly, when I think about it, it was a little much, but...
Stop talking. You beat up guys in an alleyway. You worship a devil that you also set free. You happen to know my brother, and you kill guys to restore balance on the planet.
And you talk a lot. So, are we gonna meet the other 5, or how are you gonna help us kill Villith? Like, what's kind of the plan of action here?
I don't like you.
That's okay. We both don't like Villith, so how are we gonna work together to get this taken care of?
He makes a good point.
Very devil point of view looking at this.
Yes.
Pepper, give a man inside of you. Hush.
And you let a man outside of you.
Outside of hell.
Yeah.
That one backfired on you. Let's keep going.
You guys don't have the list. I am not the magistrate. Ooh boy. Ooh
Maybe we
boy.
can go back to the final ride-in. Maybe his body's still there.
What did you guys last see at the final ride-in?
The sky split open,
Yeah, so
and
we should not go back there. Yeah. Look, I'm powerful.
I was just
I'm
spitballing.
powerful. I couldn't recreate the salt flats. I can't do that.
Okay, fine. The mountains. That's where we're going next, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so yes. Okay, so let's start. The items of the magistrate would be very, very useful. I will do my best to uncover what some of them were. Why are you going to the mountains? And looks at you, Ansis.
I am from a monastery in Akate Kaigan.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I already know what one of the items was then. Continue.
I was set upon the people above me to go to a monastery in the God's Mom Mountains.
Oh, okay. I can get you to the Godsmaw Mountains if that's where you want to go next.
I mean, that was kind of where we had planned on going before we ended up here.
Okay.
Or that's what we had discussed on the way down the elevator ride that took far too long.
Yeah.
You should look into that.
Why is
I
the
will.
button under a seat? It's not like on it. And whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah, it was presentory a long time ago, and now it just doesn't matter. We all just teleport into the room. It's kind of useless, yeah.
Anyways,
One of you can speak. And she casts silence on you, Asher. So only Ansis can speak.
anyways, recently I had a man come to me in my dreams and tell me that me and the group needed to get to the Godsmaw Mountains quickly.
Okay. Men in dreams can be kind of a strange sign. I'm assuming this was a friendly figure of sorts. Monastery in Akari Kaigan, that's a good base for me to start on the item of the magistrate. I believe I know the name of the first item. Since I didn't keep perfect track of them, it's going to require you to do some more investigating. We definitely planned on just getting these items to you, but it's called the Cloak of True Shadow. I'm assuming that the monastery will know more, and also I'm assuming that you're on some sort of quest for your monastery. You're kind of like on an upgrade level or something like that. So it's funny you're making these noises because silence makes no noise come out of you.
So like his mouth is moving, but there's nothing.
She waves her hand. She goes, "What?"
So do we all get items or on the list?
She waves her hand. You're silenced again. She,
Yes,
she
I am on a quest.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach into my bag
Okay.
and
Yeah.
take out the scroll that was
Oh.
given to me and go.
Oh, that's ominous. Doesn't tell you like what to do or like how to get there. Or...
Yeah, it says Yuki.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Huh. Who's Yuki? Okay. She hands you the scroll back. She goes, so I know of this monastery for sure, and everyone will get an item. Yes, that's kind of we need to upgrade you guys. You guys aren't like the only people in on this, especially now, seeing as how Deep Hollow is literally wiped off the map. Oh, by the way, Deep Hollow is wiped off the map.
Huh.
So when you mean wiped off the map, like just decimated, like the flattening decimated?
Not quite.
Okay, weird.
So you guys have probably never been to. Ooh, no, that would be a bad comparison. You guys know like what the area looked like, kind of swampy, dingy, kind of like cracked earth, kind of hot, humid. So now the sky is eternally black. The plants and everything and all the animals are like dying and or dead. And the spawn of Sayluth roam the land. So yeah. The sky cracking over the final right end is also not a good sign. I'm assuming that means there's more of them. But yes, all of you guys will get an item. I'm going to work on what those items were. You guys are a part of a much bigger mission now. There is... Everyone is starting to know about this. Renfree made a note not too long ago that apparently there's been concern over terrorist attacks in a lot of cities across the globe. Or sorry, not across the globe. Across Marnor. This is obviously concerning, but we're taking care of it, trying to hold the peace. You know, Saylu's whole thing is about deception and kind of like enduring pain. There's no better way to gain followers than make people endure a lot of pain and offer them salvation, is what we're assuming her plan is. However, like I said, not the magistrate. I don't keep track of items. I can do some research though. We'll start with you guys have said I know all of your guys' names. I don't feel like we need to do introductions. Ansis, we'll start with you. If you guys think the right action for you guys to go is to go to this Godsma Mountains, I think that's a fine place to start, especially with the cloak probably being at one of your monasteries, because it's a descendant from your Kage, so.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think that I'm really late too.
Oh,
that was
I
a
think
pressing
that-
matter in the dream.
I think they'll understand. You know, with the apocalypse coming and everything, you know. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be there. The main place that was producing the drug I was looking to stop is kind of indisposed, so...
Oh, so... That seems like a smaller issue now, but also, like, the broken finger was bad. We knew about them. Like, we knew that they were bad. They probably didn't stay in Deep Hollow. They probably got offered some sort of way out. I don't know where they would have gone. I can try and look into that for you if you still want that. Yeah, that dude, Mythalis, is a fucking demon of an elf.
Who is that?
Mythalis Viseric, the governor of Deep Hollow. Yeah, he's not a good guy. But, you know, you guys can either, I guess I can send you guys there as soon as you want. You guys can stay the night here. It's, you know, somewhat mid-afternoon. Is there anything else I should know about?
He kind of looks at everyone else. Is there?
I think that covers it all.
I think so.
She waves her hand. You can speak again, Asher.
I had nothing to say.
I think we should take a rest.
Okay. I'm gonna do some one-on-ones if you don't mind real quick. Let's start with you, Asher. Can you follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She walks into the hallway expecting you to follow.
As they
I'll
leave, Arthur's gonna lean over to Ansis and go, Wouldn't all the elves be descendants of the first ones?
You know, I was thinking the same thing when she was speaking. I just like.
That's a clarification you guys can ask for later on.
Okay, yeah, Arthur was too afraid to ask because he's like, I feel like this is a dumb question. So he...
I'm glad you caught that too.
yeah, thank you. It's weird.
I'm gonna just shake my head over here in this and grab a turkey leg off the plate.
I will follow.
You guys journey to a room that is somewhat of the same vibe, just indoors now. She turns around and goes, okay, so you unleashed Lucius onto the material plane.
Who's asking?
We know you did this. If you think we don't know when an archdevil appears on the material plane who is literally not supposed to be here, you're crazy.
Well, like, they just get a bad rap sometimes. You know?
Devils get a bad rap?
Yeah. Like, if you get to know them and then, like, you sign a contract you can't get out of, like, they're pretty cool, you know what I mean?
So yeah, contracts are kind of their thing. Hopefully you don't get your soul stolen. That would be bad. What is the contract, my warlock friend?
What's it to you?
Literally everything right now.
Well, I signed a contract saying that I could call on him for a favor
Okay.
when I needed it. And I thought it was just out of, you know, goodwill. And it turns out when I used it, he used it to also make sure that he got something out of it, which was him getting out of hell.
Oh, so the devil was looking out for his own self-interest. Okay. So
Yeah, but I mean, he helped me out too. He saved all of our lives.
Sure.
so.
No, yeah. So Lucius, I will say, hard worker. He really is. That
You
is
guys meet,
also
or-
no, I don't know him personally. Volmir did. The
Wow.
fact that he works so hard is part of the concerning factors of it, because now that he's on the material plane, I have no clue what he's gonna do.
That's cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
why he wanted to be on the material plane. I know that people will be looking for him. So
Yeah.
what is your part of the bargain?
I mean, I just like, it's like, so I was walking on this road, then he approached me,
Where?
and it was like north of the final ride in, I think, or north of somewhere. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Yeah, he approached me and told me I could get a divine favor and signed the contract, and we went on our way. I used a divine favor, and now he's out.
Make a deception check because you're clearly hiding something.
That bastard. Oh, I get advantage too? Hold on.
Mhm.
Be
You
crazy.
have not engaged in combat with this woman.
Well, they're both the same, so it's fine. Deception is a 24.
I will not brace the subject of what you're keeping from me right now.
I'm an open book.
I find that extremely hard to believe. Look. If they asked you for something that requires divine intervention of some sort, a lot of beings are going to be coming for Lucius. And right now, we can't really afford to lose any more chess pieces than we already have, because if you haven't noticed, we've been playing checkers the entire fucking time.
You're saying I'm valuable.
I'm saying that I don't want you to die just yet.
I
We can
appreciate
brace
that.
that subject later.
Also, what's her HP?
Her HP, you're not quite sure. The number doesn't quite come into focus.
Can I ask a different one then?
You can try.
What are her weaknesses?
She has none.
I would
She
assume
has-
I can't ask.
She has no vulnerabilities, at least. You know what? For fun, you can ask a third.
Okay. Give me one stat of hers.
Her intelligence is 30.
Freaking box of rocks. Okay, continue with what you're saying.
Dude, she's gonna blow you up with her mind.
She... You and I aren't gonna get along, and that's okay. We don't have to.
Why is that?
Because, one, you want to fuck me, and that's weird.
How do you know?
I can literally read your mind.
Dude, elves aren't even my type. Half elves. Sorry.
That's not even like true.
Okay, but besides that, look, that's my own curse, right? That could have never come out if I was normal, but here we are. That's
No,
my
I mean, I for real don't though. Like,
Okay.
unless no, go ahead.
So look, my whole job is to keep bad things from happening, and I've kind of been doing a bad job recently, and Lucius coming onto the material plane has made that a lot harder. I just want you to be aware that you and I aren't going to get along because of that, and that's okay, because we have a similar goal in mind, but eventually I will kill your deity. Or sorry, I will kill your patron.
Right. Well,
Right.
we'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to kill you, so I think that we have the same goal, and we finish this goal and we go our separate ways.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
I know, but like, you want to kill someone close to me, and I don't want to kill someone close to you. So like, I feel like it's
Who
not
do you think
me.
is close to me? No, just go ahead. Take a guess. Who's close to me?
Dude, the fucking blue ghost that's inside of my friend.
He's dead.
Yeah, well, I don't want to kill him.
She actually giggles. She giggles. Okay. Can you go grab your dark shadowy friend for me?
Yeah, dude, I didn't know we were doing parent-teacher conferences. I walk out and I say,
You guys definitely aren't mature enough to be parents. I'm gonna put that out there, but yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks.
I think
I walk out, I go, I look at
Ash will come in mid-conversation to just to Arthur going, so how does that blue thing work?
As he's doing this, so I'm gonna walk out and I'm just gonna point at Ansis and I'm gonna say the crazy chick wants to see you in the fucking cave, and then I'm gonna keep going.
I'm gonna ask if Elith Tell will do like some cartwheels for Arthur to kind of like show him off.
Elith Tell is sitting there going, "No, I'm not gonna do a fucking cartwheel."
And be like lame.
So
No,
you guys are just in the same body, or
Look, I'm not lame. I'm literally the ghost of the founder of Last Light. That seems pretty cool. We
Well,
saved
dude,
a bunch of elves.
You weren't talking to me until today. You talked to me like one time, and
Look,
then
you
you
guys
let
need
me get
couple
knocked out by a
characters.
frog.
Look, I'm gonna keep being mysterious and like creepy just a little bit because I gotta keep up a visage, right?
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Fine.
it's all business, bud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. I got it.
Okay.
Seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a little more than business. I mean, you live inside of my friend.
I do live inside. Your friends?
Acquaintances. I mean, he saved my life a couple times.
Okay.
I saved his for sure, but your sister doesn't like the guy who saved his life. So technically, he saved your memory from well, you were inside of my partner.
Can
So
we stop saying that I'm inside of him? That'd be cool.
no, you're inside of him. Where'd you come from?
a part of him?
Came from the
Yeah.
mountain.
I like that one, Arthur. I'm a part of him.
No.
He disappears. He kind of like absorbs back into Kevrick.
I feel like we're having a bit of a weird
Yeah, I
phrasing
would say-
issue going on right now.
I'm just sitting there like, I'm gonna hear about this later.
Ansis, you can walk back in Journey back into the room if you wish. Yeah.
Like fucking stretches. He goes, oh fuck. He gets
Good
up
luck.
and yeah, thanks Arthur, and walks towards.
She's in there, and you
Hallway.
can see that she's like She's holding herself like very presentory, but she's also kind of like twiddling her thumbs and kind of like moving back and forth. Like she's got like a severe case of ADHD. Like she just like can't sit still. She's kind of like back and forth. And like as you enter, she's kind of like trailing off. And she sees you enter. Oh, Ansis. Okay, so you kill people to hold balance. I fuck with that. I kind of do the same thing. Except for I'm more on the lines of good, not necessarily balance. I know that sometimes we're going to be on the same page and sometimes we're not, and I understand that. So Yuki, I don't know who this is. That's going to be your thing to figure out. However, there is a little bit of some questioning I need to do.
Okay.
Because
Cute, friend.
because your whole thing is, you know, appearing in out of shadow and fucking killing people. I think the cloak of the true shadow is what Volmir meant for you. However, that cloak is at I'm gonna assume it's at your lay, your home monastery, because your monastery is the first one in Akari Kaigan. You know, that makes sense. That's where the order was born. However, if you're on this quest, I think it's wise you go see Yuki first. You said you saw a man. What did this man look like?
He was old, right?
He was old, yes.
White hair. It was raining. It was dark. Something felt off. Just the way that it all happened was pretty ominous.
You remember there being a massive bonsai tree as well, if you wish to tell her about that.
I will. I'll say that there was a bonsai tree.
Oh, okay. So I think I know what's about to happen. So usually young members of your order get sent to another monastery to basically get their journey started. The bonsai tree represents you, your soul. Bonsai trees react to the energy of the person who crafts it. You're going to be given a bonsai tree, and you're going to have to deliver it back to your lay. That's a pretty standard, you know, thing. As long as you know who you are, it shouldn't be a big deal. But honestly, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. Is there any questions you have for me, Ansis? I didn't give this opportunity to Asher, by the way. That guy kind of sucks.
He's a lot to take in. He's gotten us out of some sticky situations. I'll give him that.
Okay. Well, hey, as long as he serves his purpose to you guys, then he's gonna serve his purpose to us. So.
His mouth gets us into as much trouble as it does get us out of trouble.
I don't like the way you said that, but yeah, continue.
I'm trying to think of questions to ask. Yeah, I mean, I don't no. I don't have a lot of questions. I don't tend to talk a lot.
So that's okay. I don't know if you noticed, I kind of talk too much. However, you fit a puzzle, Ansis. You're a piece of something important. Don't think that being quiet is a weakness.
Thank you for that.
Of course. Okay. Can you go grab the dude who happens to host my brother?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yo, Kev, you're up next.
It's like turn up from the table and sitting down, just take my halberd off, set it down, and walk in through the door.
Okay. So you don't bring your halberd?
Nah, I leave it on the table.
Okay. So you walk in. She goes, "Oh, Kevrick, okay. Can you like pull him out again? I don't know how this works. I don't know if you guys have made like a deal. Like what? How can you try to get him out?"
I'm gonna hit like a mental knock on Elith Tell's door. Be like, hey, sis wants to talk.
Make a wisdom check for me.
FYI, for him to be pulled
Summon
out, for him to be
Elith
pulled
Tell.
out, he would have to be inside of something to be pulled out of it. So I just want to make that clear.
17.
Okay, yeah. Elith apparates next to you. Sister, I feel like I should. You've been dead a long time, Elith. I've forgiven everything our family has done to us. It's not your fault. You're a product of war. You quite literally were saving a race of people. It's okay. I understand. Now I don't love the fact that half elves were kind of like lumped in with humans, because that's kind of gross. But I think that nowadays we're on a little bit more even footing. Kevrick, what has your experience been as a half-elf in... I'm assuming you left Last Light or First Light, which one?
I left last light.
Okay, yeah. What was your experience like in an elven society as a half-elf?
It's pretty normal for the most part. It's
That's
kind of
good to hear. I expected as much, but it's good to hear that. Obviously, there's a lot of hate between the two sides of you, and I think that's kind of what makes you special. I don't know if Elith has told you the term, you are both conqueror and conquered.
I think he's mentioned it once.
Yeah, so that's an old elven proverb. There is basically said to be a generation that is to come about of half-elves that represents both sides of the coin, that will hopefully set things straight. Maybe you're the first part of that, you know? That's some insight for you. I don't congratulate you, because that's a heavy burden to hold. I don't envy it. I am totally cool in my wizard tower in the middle of a forest with no one around. However, I think it's important that you know that one day, you might be presented with an opportunity to bridge this gap, and I hope you take it.
Word. I'll keep my eye out for it.
Elith, if you feel so inclined, I think this man might require a little bit more aid in the future, so hopefully you stick by his side. Keep in touch. You know, if your spirit is walking this plane, then I think it's only right you talk to me every once in a while, you know? It's more than you did in life anyways. Elith goes, okay, okay. Okay. Do you have any questions for me, Kevrick?
How old are you?
Ooh, let me check real quick. She says, you should never really ask a woman her age, but I'm about 500 years old, I think.
You're looking pretty good.
Yeah, immortality does that to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then, second question.
yeah,
Say I wanted solo use of my body bag at some point.
okay.
Can this guy just leave, or like, how does that work? Like, do I drop him off somewhere? Like, what's going on? Any ideas?
So I'm not a cleric, but clerics are usually pretty good at exercising.
Oh, that sounds extreme, though.
well, do you think there's an unextreme way to evacuate a soul from your body?
I was hoping like less of a killing of him, you know. I was hoping it was gonna be kind of like he goes just like back to the spiritual plane and like we kind of part ways, handshake type deal.
Exercising could do that. Yeah, exercising doesn't
cool.
have to destroy the being. If that's the prime goal of it, then it probably would be. But it's kind of up to you to a certain extent. I think it would suck for Elith, but also I don't think that really matters if that's what you want.
All right, word. Okay.
This is what the fuck. Hey, we should. You're not gonna like.
Uh, uh, I'll not get rid of you. I'll just play it.
No. He kind of evaporates back into you. She goes, "Okay, can you go grab your tall, wiry friend for me?"
I'm gonna walk back out. Arthur, it's your turn.
Oh, really? Okay. He's gonna get up and he's gonna take another cup.
You're on like your 17th glass.
He's just
This tea is really good. You feel calm as all hell.
yeah, like he's probably never had anything that's like high-end tea, so he's like, yeah, this is great. So yeah, he's gonna walk in and just go, "You needed to see me?"
She goes, "Okay. I think it's important for me to say that look, you're just because you beat dudes up in an alley doesn't mean that you're a bad guy. You've been beating up people that are bad, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay. So look, I'm not saying you're the hero. I'm just saying that you can be one. I want to make that clear.
I don't have any crazy things going on like the rest of them, so I'm just here to help out as much as I can.
Crazy things. Okay.
And I don't want it to. Let me get that straight. I don't want to be in those situations. That seems like a lot to handle.
Yeah, you don't want to be a fucking freak of nature. Yeah, I get it. You literally have a companion that has grown up killing people. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Kevrick's pretty normal, other than the fact that he's got my brother's soul inside of him.
Little awkward.
Little strange. Asher is kind of a bitch, but yeah. Look. I just want to say that you can become more than you were planned to be. You know, everyone's got a destiny, but destiny is what you make it. Okay?
Fair enough.
Okay. And then I'll look into this Mythalis figure a little bit more for you. I know that that's important to you, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You're from Golden Spire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Yeah. Yeah, that city's got a lot of issues. There's a lot on my plate, obviously. But I think if Mythalis is going to continue to be an issue, I think it's fair that we take care of it at some point. And if you happen to be in the same vicinity, you might as well, you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Okay. She pulls a little rock out and says, "I don't mean this in an offensive way, but you seem to be the most, like, together." So she hands you a little rock.
He'll take it.
She goes, "This will communicate to me at least a small message. If you need an immediate answer, I may or may not pick up. However, I will get back to it as soon as I can. I appreciate you. I appreciate your companions. I think we can go join them again. Unless you have any questions for me."
Oh, right. So why aren't all elves have the blood of the first ones?
Yeah, that's a confusing terminology, right? So the Feywild is where the elves were originally born. There was a group of first elves that migrated to the plane, the prime material plane, and they were known as the first elves, as the first generation. Not not every elf civilization on the Feywild had discovered interplanar travel at the time. So whenever the first elves went back, the next generation of elves that came were not the first elves. Some happen to stay in the Feywild. It kind of gets muddled in between the first elves and like the next generation. But the first elves tend to be a little more in tune with the ancestral side because they lived in the Feywild for less time, and the Feywild's time gets kind of wacky. So it just happened to be a longer life outside of the Feywild, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
And that's kind of how it started.
All right, 2 more questions. First off, where did humans come from then? I kind of thought everyone just existed.
So humans were a creation of the gods. Humans did not populate the earth. Or sorry, I shouldn't say earth for stream purposes. Earth is a term in this world, but it's more just like dirt and stuff like that. This is Adristia. Humans did not populate Adristia at the start of time. A lot of prime material beings did, like the elemental beings. Dwarves were born from the earth itself. And elves were born in the Feywild. But humans were made because the gods needed someone to follow them. The gods found Adristia, and they sort of felt alone in a world that didn't want them there. So they made their own beings.
Yeah. Fair enough. I guess my last one is, are you okay with working with a human, given everything that's happened in the past?
I appreciate the thought. Look, I know that saying not all humans is kind of like a weird thing to say, right? But it is true to an extent. Not every human wanted to wipe elves off the face of the earth. I mean, seriously, like, the Valenti kingdom is problematic. Like, super problematic. They systematically wiped out half my race. However, it's been a long time, and as far as I can tell, the world is moving in the right direction. Obviously nothing can bring back my elven ancestors, but taking human lives isn't going to fix that either.
Right. I like the way you think. And he's gonna stand up. That's all I got.
Okay, yeah, let's join your companions and see what the next move is. She kind of like skips now. She's gotten a little bit more pep in her step. She's kind of like found her footing.
Miss Tell.
I don't think you know how elven names work, because that's not my last name.
Even I know that.
Say it anyways. Miss Tell.
What's up?
Quick question. What? Like,
I didn't say you could ask one, but sure.
You said what's up. This is what's up. So I have a quick question. So like you're obviously very, knowledgeable and powerful, so to speak. What languages do you know?
Probably all of them.
Probably, or like all of them?
I mean, someone could invent a language. I'd have to learn it, but...
Like, can you give me like a list?
Infernal, Abyssal, Celestial. I know Common. I know all of the continents' languages.
Okay, we're good. Yep.
Okay, why?
I just, in case we discovered anything that had a language on it that we didn't know, I just wanted to know if you knew it.
Are you trying to hide something? Like, what do you think you need to make a deception check right now?
Arthur's gonna like lean over to Kevrick like, do you see that thing he does with his hands whenever he's plotting? Like he kind of like tenses.
Technically, I haven't done anything that I need to deceive with yet.
Are you trying to avert a subject? Because I don't know, as the DM, what you're talking about, if you're talking
I know.
about something.
I was
So-
trying to gather information.
Okay. Okay.
What I was planning on doing with said information, or what I will do with said information, is who knows.
As about now, whenever you're talking about languages, she goes, also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, you've got a new tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it means?
Yeah, so, we should get going.
Did
is what
any
it
of you
means.
guys notice this before?
So, I didn't say anything because I didn't know at first.
So like, am I gonna die or like?
I did see it before,
thanks,
but I didn't
Arthur.
really.
Nice.
Well, I
dude.
mean, I thought you would know.
She waves her hand and gets rid of it. She goes, "We should go now, actually." Because
Okay.
that's a sign of tracking.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, like this spot is probably in danger.
Bad.
Yeah.
So we're really getting off to the great first impression. I like kind of destroyed your home.
Oh, my home
Really, it's
can
Arthur's
be.
fault because like he saw it.
who tracked him?
Yeah, I don't know.
touched 'em?
How do we get
whoever-
rid of this? Because
No, I got rid of it. It's gone now. I got
Oh.
it. Don't worry. I didn't see it whenever you first came in, and then I made a note of it whenever you were in my office. I didn't know if that was like a thing or if that's bad.
Nope. We don't have a Life 360.
That was
so
from the Toad guy, right?
The Toad
Um,
guy?
Well,
Who-
if I
who-
knew- if I
Who was the
knew
sign
that-
of tracking from?
Well, I mean, I saw a thing on his arm after we got back
Oh,
to the final ride in.
above
So-
table, we know who it is.
Yeah,
correct.
it was the woman.
Yeah, it was the woman that
What
is now
woman?
not going to shed.
Mm.
Oh,
She touched my arm when she was walking
Yeah.
past me.
I
forgot about that.
chick.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, I can make my home wherever. It's just like I don't live in the same spot all the time. But like I said, let's get going. Where are we going?
Yep.
Mountains.
Yep.
take us to the Godswall Mountains.
Godsmall Mountain it is, my friends.
The monastery specifically, if you can.
I don't know where that is, so let's try. She kind of like scribes a circle, and she goes, "Okay, teleportation magic is not my favorite. Everyone through.
All right. Arthur's gonna go right in.
Okay,
Got my halberd and walk in.
okay.
I'm gonna like stick my arm through, and like
How
No.
long do you wait? Okay. Okay. She pushes you through and walks in behind you. She doesn't know the
do it.
location.
I definitely walk through as well.
She's
We're gonna be,
not
like-
familiar.
We're gonna be 150 feet in the air.
for a build height.
Yeah. She hasn't seen it. She got a description of it. I'll say that it counts as a description.
She also like clearly is not. She's going through a little bit of a cold streak with her job, so
Not on a heater.
she's not on the heater.
Do we have time to short rest?
There it would count as a short rest. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pro rest.
Oh boy. Okay. You guys are shunted aggressively as you guys enter this teleportation circle. You guys have teleported before with Volmir.
Did she come with?
Yeah, she came with.
Oh, but
You guys tumble out of the side of a rock, and you guys are somewhere in a snowy peak.
hmm.
You guys are not quite sure where. However, the wind whips rapidly. It's colder. There's snow on the ground. You assume you're high in the peaks. She goes, "Ooh, well, I don't see a monastery. So yeah, I've never been to this monastery, so you know teleportation magic is a little iffy. Um, so we're in the God's Mom Mountains, 99% sure. What?
So, not to keep interrupting, but like, there was 5 other of you guys, right? And your home is under attack. Should you not let them know, or where they at?
No,
Like,
so the portal we walked through from the circle to my home, not a big deal. No one can use that except for me.
gotcha. But like, I was in like the slow ass elevator.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't they know where that's at?
No, because we walked through a portal from the circle room to my home. There was another portal we had to go through.
Right.
Right.
But like, the tracker was in the elevator room at one point.
That's in another plane.
Mm.
So I don't think this magic works through planes.
Okay.
I know.
I'm
that-
just trying to look out for you. I'm trying to, build some trust. Just trying to make
so
sure. When are we gonna meet the other 5?
Hey, can we not freeze to death? I'd love to not do that.
it's not entirely freezing. It's definitely not warm, but you're not gonna freeze to death. It would be about. It's dark
Give it-
here. It's
give it to me in Kelvins.
approaching. It's approaching 0 degrees Fahrenheit for sure. So you guys are gonna need to find some shelter, but also you guys are traveling with a very powerful archmage right now. If you guys want to ask her.
Well, I guess the good news is that we don't have to climb very much higher, but we do need to find a direction in which to go in. Can I look up at the sun?
No
And,
sun's
like-
in the sky. It's dark now.
Okay.
You guys traveled east, and it was still daylight. So now that you are traveled back west, it's night. By you're assuming about 7, 8ish hours. So.
Okay.
So
So it's like midnight.
it's close to, yeah.
Well, do you have anything for us? Something to make travel easier? Something to make us warm?
Look, I'm by no means tapped. Would you guys like to rest, or would you guys like to push through the night and try and find something?
Guys, what do you think?
Well, I know you like to move at night, but we could
Yeah,
probably
and
sleep
honestly, the
better.
cold doesn't bother me, so I would keep
Great.
pushing.
Good for you.
We might be able to see better during the day.
Grew up in a coastal city. This sucks.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Okay. She says, how many? 5 of us? Okay, I can make this simpler.
6 of us.
Count as 2.
That's us 2, because your brother's inside of him.
Art.
You know what? I don't really mind the phrasing because it's kind of funny.
It is a little funny, but I
It
feel like it's
is.
gonna get old.
You know, you can only beat a dead horse so many times, but here we are. Okay. She kind of points her finger at you. Name a flying animal. Arthur, she points at you.
What would a seagull be the closest thing that he would think of, given where he's from?
It's up to you, but yeah, I would say so.
I don't know, a seagull?
You turn into a large seagull. She points at you, Asher. Name a flying animal.
Firefly.
That is dumb. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Imagine
wanna-
he just.
You want to be an insect?
Dude, they're fast. I'll be a.
The wind is literally close to like 50 miles per hour up here. Do you think it's gonna work?
Okay. I guess flying fish is out of the equation. I'll be a fucking dragon.
Oh, you bitch! I was gonna choose that.
She points her finger at you, and you turn into quite literally the most simple pigeon you've ever seen.
Oh.
You are a little bit larger. Like, I would say all of you guys are turning into about the size of like an eagle, but like times 1.5. So you guys are large animals, but you're just a normal ass pigeon. Kevrick, what would you like?
Owl.
Cool. Good choice. You turn into this like beautiful snow owl. She looks at you, Ansis. Ansis.
Flamingo.
Do a bat.
Chicken.
Crow.
Ooh. All black. I love the theme. She points her finger at you. You're a very large crow. She looks at herself and goes, what should I become? Oh, I know. Bink! And she becomes like this beautiful, majestic, like white eagle. It is just absolutely mint. All of you guys, for the purposes of brevity, you guys can take off and follow each other. She takes off into a certain direction if you guys want to follow her.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So as soon as
She
you guys
can lead the way.
as soon as you guys take off into the sky, you guys kind of reach a peak, and she kind of lands on it, and it's a little bit higher than the area you were in, not necessarily like a crevice. All of you guys make perception checks, and your perception checks are just going to be your perception for now, because it makes it way simpler.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what's the it's the
Yeah,
snap like of a
it's-
seagull?
I'm not going to do that right now.
Oh, that's
13.
that's a
Yeah.
9.
And 8.
I also hit a 13.
It's a good thing that this woman hasn't rolled yet.
We're gonna be flying around for hours, bro.
Because she's pretty wise. Wow, that's crazy. No way. Alright. She kind of and then takes off into a direction.
I follow.
Yeah, I guess to follow.
You guys travel for not very long, and then you begin to see just a little bit of light through the clouds. And as you guys approach now, this monolithic monastery sits in front of you. It's made from black stone. It has nice tiles that drape over the roofs. It stretches impossibly tall into the clouds, and the area around it almost seems to grow in darkness as you get closer. The small bit of light you saw was from the braziers that actually lead towards the front of the monastery, not from the monastery itself, as the monastery itself is entirely dark. As you guys begin to get closer and closer, there is no one in the courtyards as of this hour. It seems to be somewhat empty. There's dark, whipping tapestries that sit on the outsides. There is, as Ansis, as you fly close, you notice a singular man at the very peak of the monastery. He is balancing on one foot atop an impossibly tall and thin structure at this point. And a black cape whips behind him. He wears a wide-brimmed hat, and he's got a thick gray beard that comes into a knot. And as you all approach, you guys all turn back into your human selves, and this is where we're gonna leave off the episode.
I wanted to hover and drop a huge pile of fucking bird shit on that bitch.
I was planning on just diving into the ground because Arthur didn't know how to land. Just when
I
I'm
was
just
trying to figure
like
out how I was
under the
going to tell
ground.
everyone to let me go first. I was like, oh, I'm a fucking crow now. I can't be like, yo, hold back. I was like, let me go talk to my man first.
Jesus.
Wait,
Yeah.
we became humans in midair.
Yeah, no, you guys didn't land. You guys are
Alright,
pretty
bet.
high up.
What?